Hello, 12123. Welcome everybody. We're just getting online. Welcome everyone who's already in the stream, guys. This is another one of our off the cuff. Is that right? Off the cuff? Off the hoof? Stream. So we're gonna get started and jump back into the same game that we were yesterday. Obviously, if you have any questions, it's a chilled stream. I can help you with any questions if you're new players. If you're advanced players, maybe I can't help you, but I will try and help you. But we're going to jump in regardless. Trunky, I really struggle with your name, Trunky, because I automatically want to say Chunky. But Trunky, Redstone, welcome. We also have Taoist Dragon, welcome once again. Thank you very much for joining us. 565 Baloo. SA Diver Man, how are you? Glad you could join us today. Anyone else? Minecraft Train Builder. Moving Target 1 as well. I just had a coffee and moved on to rum. Wow. Good start to the day. I could really do with a whiskey. Unfortunately, no rest for the wicked. We're not going to be having whiskey today. We also have Pedro Gonzalez Nunez. Welcome, man. Didn't see this one coming. When does it start? In a few moments. Well, I guess we've already started. Endless Journey, welcome. Did you sleep well? I did indeed, thank you very much. In fact, I slept a lot last night. I got up at about 12 o'clock today. I was reluctant to get out of bed. Anyway, let us jump into the game. Dog691978, welcome, man. We're going to... Where were we? We were on... I need to just make sure I remember what save it was. New start. Unfortunately, what I was planning to do today was to... Let's open up the stream settings so that you can actually see the live screen. And it should go to the screen. If it doesn't, I don't know what we're doing wrong today. The idea was that I was going to be working... Is it still black? That can't be right. Oh no, it's gone. It's gone to Satisfactory. Fantastic. What I was going to say is, I don't know what's wrong, unfortunately. No, I do know what's wrong. The plan today was to do some recording with the two games running at the same time. One on my laptop, one on my computer. Unfortunately, we're unable to do that. Simply because... Oh. Okay, we're in game. Why does pressing enter change to... Oh, guys, I don't know what I've done. I have ruined the game. Let me... Okay, if I do that... No! Ah! Does anyone know what's going on? Every time I press... Thank you so much, Dog69. I can't remember the number. 1978 for the subscribe. Does anyone know what's wrong? Every time I press enter, rather than going to chat, it's going to the small... Let me see. No, every time I press enter, it reduces the size of my screen. Why is that happening? It's working, so that's good to know. Alt enter. I'm not pressing alt at all, which is odd. Let's just see if this has changed for whatever reason. Open chat, enter. Right, okay, let's try that again. Oh, we're all right. Ah, there we go. We're fine, guys. We've got it sorted. I think maybe my... What? Now that I'm tabbing, it's going out. No, this isn't right. We're not having much luck today. Maverick, welcome. Press Alt F4. Alt F. Wait, doesn't that just close it down? Alt Tab. Right, okay. Alt Tab is working fine. Oh no, Alt Tab's putting us into... Well, it's fine. It's fine. Let's not worry. Let's just get into it and start working. Hello, Gustavo Santos. Welcome, man. How are you doing? I'm going to try not to Alt Tab, because that seems to be what's causing us to also go to minimize windows. When you Alt Tab out, Satisfactory doesn't pick up the Alt release. We'll close the game. Yeah, I thought it might. I was very quick then. It was very lucky of me to actually like think before doing it. Plenty of people trying to troll me already for whatever reason. What have I done to you? We are just going to get on with the idea of the factory. I have no idea what we're going to do within it. Wait, how come it's still registering that it's not a full screen application for you guys? Let me just... Sorry guys, this is odd. This is not... You know what? I'm just going to stretch this over. That should be fine. Steam release has done something to my game, and I've no idea what. And now, actually, I need to open up. I'm getting sick of alt-tabbing. For some reason, you're also getting... Oh, no. Okay, there we go. All's good now. The stream should be good. Sorry, guys. But welcome, everyone who's in chat. We're going to see how it goes. We seem to be having a few technical issues, as is always the case with our streams. But welcome to everyone who's in the stream already. That black border, yes, I've changed it now. Hopefully, it won't be an issue. Oh no, now chat's not actually keeping up. I'm going to have to alt out again. So you're going to have the same issues before, but just give me a few moments. I wonder if we do it like this, if it was still... Yep, typical. Right, okay. There we are. Fingers crossed I'll keep up with chat now. It'll stay full screen for you guys, and we can actually continue the stream. If you do enjoy the stream, please do drop a thumbs up. Obviously, if you don't, you can dislike the video, the live stream. But hopefully I can do my best to keep you all entertained. Wait, is this the right way around? Have we been Yes. For a second I was worried. Turn sticky keys on to fix the issues. How do I do that? Today was meant to be satisfactory. It's actually about troubleshooting my issues in game. Deep fried pineapple is good. Oh, sounds nice actually. I'd have to add like cinnamon to it. I can't get away from cinnamon on pineapple. It's like a match made in heaven. Great design. It's an interesting one. Hopefully it will work. So this is going to be the center. Let us go a bit further out, fly fast. So the idea of this factory, for those who don't realize, we're just planning really the logistics behind it all at the moment. This is the center area where we're going to be pooling all the items that my character will need at any point. So it's not for crafting, so to speak, but any building materials that we need will be located in here. And we'll be using an automated train system from in here, which I will send to go collect concrete, and then it will return, drop one container of concrete off, and then it will stop at another factory, and it won't continue from there. We're going to automate that system, kind of tricking the game almost, using reverse train stations. I've done a video on it, but I'm going to go into that more in an advanced train guide, which we're hoping to get up within the next 2-3 weeks. There's a lot to get through. But that all feeds into the centralized storage system, which we have in here. And this is very common of my design. If you're new to the channel, we have a circular centralized storage system. We tend to use circles quite a lot. I wouldn't recommend building on them, but what we're going to end up doing is actually build on a straight foundation plane and then just use the curved foundations at the end to go back into the factory, and then we'll paint them so it's a walkway around the factory, and we'll do the same here. And we're going to have the items flowing in. I think these will be raw resources, although I wouldn't necessarily recommend that with your mega factories, but we'll have a smelting array going on in here, or foundry array, and the same on this side if we have any excess resources. So for example, we'll have coal and iron creating steel and iron, and then we'll use this for just coal, iron, and another one for iron, so that we can separate our iron supply with our steel supply. Then we'll also have copper, concrete, and probably Caterium coming in. Banana, awesome. How do you get into God mode? This is, well, it is God mode. We've got God mode activated, but this is a mod. Currently, you can only, for some reason, I can only activate mods in experimental on the Epic version. You cannot do this on Steam at the moment, as they haven't implemented the Steam Workshop. You can get mods on Steam, but it's a long and complicated process of going into the game files and adding them, which I'm not going to cover in a video because the SML version will be updated and brought to Steam as soon as possible. I like NZ, man. Like when I've got the fan icon in front of half the chat. I'm gonna have to wait for that to go up, because otherwise I'm gonna be tabbing out. Moving target 1, welcome. Deep fried anything is good, yes. Trunky Redstone. All right, I've got to go. Have a nice afternoon, Total and chat. Thank you very much for jumping in and saying hi. Appreciate it, man. Hope you have a good evening. But going back to the build design, if we go in here, this is where all the items, actually we can adjust this slightly. Oh, what's wrong? I don't know if this is a problem with the game or me, but if you guys look in the bottom center screen, our build menu seems to be quite blurry, which I haven't noticed before. We're obviously just going to work our way through it at the moment, but that is new, so I don't know if that is a bug. Why am I doing that? Let me think. Actually, we will add another elevator here. So the idea is the items come in here, and then they will be split by a programmable splitter here, and we'll have various items going this way and various items going this way, which will split off into the containers below, and then using an overflow override, we'll have the items brought here on the merger. Thank you so much for...
I like NZ, man, like when you get fried chicken and chips with chicken salt on the chips, with some deep-fried banana and pineapple, also deep-fried lamb shanks, or even deep-fried beef shanks.
I've not had deep-fried lamb or beef shanks, but I can't deal with banana. I hate it. But thank you very much for the super chat, man. Really do appreciate it. Very kind of you. All the money that comes into the channel goes back to the channel, developing it, making it better, the website, everything that we're working on for Satisfactory at the moment. So thank you very much. Very kind of you, again, to send a super chat. No, we have an issue. This has kind of thrown the whole idea off. But thank you very much. Malt Wyman, hi, looks promising, your build. It's going to be interesting. I've not really done a mega build since update, like the first release of the game. So we're going to see how it goes, and if it goes well, we're going to do a tutorial series on it. And yes, Hans versed, we are going to do a console tutorial as well. This message is being held for review. Banana and pineapple, get that out of here. I would show that. I mean, I'm fine with that comment, but unfortunately I'll have to tab out, and we've had enough issues with that today for some reason.
Banana is not for everyone.
That's very true. Very true. Thank you very much, man. Right, so we need to work out how to bring this up. Otherwise it kind of spoils the idea. Is there any way to trick this? You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have this connected to this, then brought up and around. It's never a dull moment in this game. You're always having to fix issues. Would help if that's the right way around. Grant Oakson, welcome, man. Glad you could join us today. Corey Pet Gage as well. Enjoy what you like, in all honesty, though. Yep, exactly. Everyone is entitled to enjoy what they like. Oh, this is also... I wonder if it's my settings. Everything looks a little bit clippy today. I'm playing on Epic, which is odd. This shouldn't... Interesting. Well, we're just going to soldier on, so to speak, today. So all we've done here is just reverse everything around the other side. Then, actually we could bring it down here and then possibly, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Again, it helps if I get it the right way around. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Malt Wyman, just bought Satisfactory on Steam after I bought it on Epic because of your video. Nice job, keep up the content please. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad to know I'm doing, I like to think, a good job, but thank you very much. It really does mean a lot to me. Don't worry, we've got plenty more content coming, plenty more planned, and I really do want to support the development of the game throughout its life. So we're not going to stop on Satisfactory content anytime soon. All for the good content. Thank you very much, Darius. I really do appreciate it, man. Moving target 1. I'm tempted to restart again. My second base is only slightly less disorganized than the first. Or I just delete most of the base and start with a vault and ops center. That would be cool. You have to think that the reason why I haven't restarted the game, which I was going to do for new players so they could see how I develop my builds, is that the next update, well, I don't know if it's the next update. The next update's dedicated servers. We'll be restarting then, but certainly as they bring a story mode into the game, we're going to have to, if we want to play that from the start, probably have to restart the game again. They were talking about it in the stream. So I'm reluctant to okay, they're all running. Yeah. I'm reluctant to start over again because we're going to only end up doing it later on at a later date anyway. Right, next thing, let's connect these up. So if you want to read yours, use a bad word. So if you want him to read yours, use a bad word. Banana is not for everyone. Did I not read it out? Oh, I didn't. I didn't. Banana is not for everyone. You're very true. Very right there. Although everyone that I date seems to love banana, and I don't know why. It's a weird... I can't even have banana in the house. It weirds me out. It's one of the few things that really weirds me out. Right, what we're doing is we're just connecting all of these up to the storage container. So we're going to have this connected here, drop down to here, and yes, I was going to say, why is this way around? But we also connect it on the outside again. And that way we're going to always have a large supply of items buffered up. So even if the train takes a while to bring the items around, we have plenty of items to get by. So Total has to reviews. Yes, I do have to review any message that has a swear word in. I think that's in English. I shouldn't say that. You guys will be abusing that now. Right, so from here, I also don't know how long this stream's going to be today. We started earlier so that we can spend more time with you guys. But at the same time, I don't know what time dinner's going to be cooked, so to speak. So it's all off the huff. That's a very Lincolnshire expression. The name TotalXclipse makes me think of TotalXclipse Jaffa Cake advert. Well, we did a Toasty commercial taking the mick out of that advert. But Yep. I mean, I totally see where you're coming through that. For those who haven't seen the Jaffa Cake advert, it's a teacher in front of their students and trying to explain how the TotalXclipse like progression works. And so it goes full moon with a Jaffa Cake, and then she takes a bite into it and she goes half moon, quarter moon, eats it, and then TotalXclipse, repeats after me and repeats it again. It's very funny. Alright, there's them connected. Eclipse, yep. That's what we were going for with the name. I didn't think it would have other connotations such as the song TotalXclipse of the Heart. As I found out in a multiplayer session when I first chose the name and started doing YouTubing, I had people start singing in the multiplayer like videos, TotalXclipse of the Heart. Funny thing, hindsight. Damn, that emote is ugly. Which emote? I mean, I don't count damn really as a swear word. I know it's a curse word, but... Hi, Alok Mehta. How you doing, man? Glad you could join us today. Ooh, Logan's here. Hello, Logan. We are going to stop talking about bad words. For those of you who don't know, Logan is my nephew. He jumps in stream every now and then. How are you doing, Logan? I hope you're having a good day. It was nice talking to you earlier. I'm total appearing to a date with a basket. It's never gonna happen. Right, I really want to work on this in terms of like a nice looking entrance. Although, maybe... Let me... Just trying something out here. We can't place a wall halfway up, can we? Halfway across a tile. No. That's something that they need to implement. Because I'd quite like to put a wall there and make this a half circle, but because of make it a circular, cylindrical shape, but I can't do that, so we're gonna skip it. Possibly we could use some of these, or not. Let me just see. We can do it on there. I wouldn't mind that actually. That's not bad luck. And then have the train going over. To be fair, that is a good song. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it at the time. My mistake entirely. Right, next thing that we're going to work on is over here. This is going to be one of the 2, possibly 3 power sections. So we're going to repeat this the other side very quickly. Oop, let the game catch up. Actually, I need to check how far away we start the 21. Oh, let's do that again. $22. Then bring it down 3, 2, 3, 2. Sorry, while I'm thinking, I'm going to be a little bit quiet because I'm not very good at multitasking. So let me just get this sorted out very quickly. Three, 2, 3, 3. Oop, 3, 3. Ep.2. Right, back over to chat. Shrek is love. Shrek is love. Shrek is love. Are you going for a UAE look with your foundations? What's it? Oh, I get what you mean. You mean like in Dubai with the islands, the Palm Islands. Potentially, potentially that's what we're going for. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to change it to the YouTube rather than the actual. 1 second, guys, because I can't read the notifications from here. Let me just go into the YouTube live stream and watch it with you guys so that I can actually see what's going on. And watch it with... Okay, chat's down, and then we also need to go to Streamlabs and just check who that was that followed. Konstantin Okonev, thank you so much, and Nick Wages and John Pearson for the subscribes. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the community. I'm sorry I wasn't able to read your names out a minute ago. Same with Robert Callaghan. I don't know if that was when... Yes, it was when we started. Sorry I missed you. I'm trying to keep up. We're just having a few issues with the stream today, but thank you very much and welcome. Right, let's get over to here. This is running. Back to full screen. Fantastic. Anyone watch streams on D Live? What's D Live? I've never heard of that. I'm really not sure if I'm playing the game in the right resolution. It seems all a little bit off today. Oh, because it is. Okay, that would help. 1920 by 1080p. There we go. That should... I have no idea why that reset to that setting. There we go. Much better. Or is it? I'm not sure. I'm confused. Justin Folk. Hey man, first time on the stream, but you made me want to buy the game and I love it. I'm so glad you could join us for the stream and also for Satisfactory. It's an amazing game and it deserves so much more recognition. I never thought I would be so mad about a factory building game. If you said that to me a year ago, I would not have thought twice about it. But it really is fantastic. So I'm glad you could join us and I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Chameleon, afternoon Total. Do you use Streamlabs to capture your gameplay? For the stream, yes. I'm possibly thinking as the channel develops to go to Stream Elements. I think they may be a better service. But I'm using Streamlabs for now, and when it comes to when it comes to actually recording gameplay, generally I'll record the game on OBS software rather than Streamlabs, but I'll record the actual voiceover on Streamlabs when I'm doing voiceover scripting for the game. Jean-Olivier Janvier, I hope I didn't butcher your name. Hello and welcome, man. Glad you could join us today. We're just working on the Mega Factory, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I will try my best to assist you. That goes to anyone in chat. If you're new to the game and need any tips or are confused about something, just let me know, and I will endeavor to help you out. Hello there, Blue. Welcome. How you doing, man? Glad you could join us today. General Kenobi. Jamie Gonzalez. This is creative mode. Yes, but it's through a mod. So I'm using the PAK Utility Mod. I would not recommend this if you're playing the game just in general. It's not worth it because it will ruin the game for you. The only reason I'm using this is because I'm prepping to see if this works for a potential YouTube series tutorial on mega factories. So that's the only reason why I'm using it. Whenever you see me playing the game normally, 90% of the time it's just in the normal game without mods. Maverick Pig, yo, TotalXclipse, been watching your videos the past week or so, enjoying the content. Thanks, man. We've got plenty more coming. I strive as much as possible to get the best collection of guides for people, factory layouts, for people when they're playing Satisfactory. The channel will constantly be developing and evolving, but at the moment I'm pretty happy with the content we've got on here. And yeah, I think we're one of the best selections of videos on YouTube for Satisfactory tutorials and guides. So we can just keep working at it. I have no idea what that means, and I presume that that's a naughty word. Hi, Mr. Claw. Welcome, man. How you doing? Flint, TotalXclipse, your screen isn't right on your feed. We're not seeing all the game window. Oh, I know why. I'll sort that out now. Ooh. It's because I stretched it originally when we were actually in. Oh, that's not right. How do I keep it? No. How do I keep it? There we go. Right aspect. You should never be editing your stream live. That is my word of advice to anyone who starts streaming. You're just asking for a disaster. But thank you for letting me know. That should be... Oh, it's not quite right. Let me move it across. What's that? I just grabbed something on the stream. No, that's bad. There you go. I think that's right. And back to chat. Back to the game. Yay, dear Lord, that's a lot of station. A lot of station? We've only got... Oh, I suppose we have got quite a few. Oh. Well, that's wrong. We can't be running this. We're asking for problems with that. So these trains will be running on a push-pull series. So you need them coming in and leaving the station in the opposite direction. Thank you, JCO. Thanks for joining us and subscribing. Welcome to the Satisfactory community we have over here on YouTube. We also run Twitch as well. Generally, we stream to Twitch more often, but I thought for the time being, you know what, we're going to stream a little bit to YouTube and show the love on here, because I don't think there are many people actually streaming to Satisfactory on YouTube at the moment, and I think there are quite a few people who are reluctant to go over to Twitch, even though it's a fantastic place if you're looking for Satisfactory streamers. What will it process and make? I'm debating between centralizing everything or having multiple factories. Sorry, I haven't read the very top of your message, but this will be a mega factory, and it will aim to produce everything, including but not excluding supercomputers and turbo motors. They're the most difficult things. We may even do... Maverick Pig, thank you very much for the subscribe, man. We may even do some uranium refining here as well. I'm not sure. I'm not a big lover of uranium. Why are you streaming on YouTube? Why not? I started off streaming on YouTube. It's where the fan base started, and I know a lot of my subscribers don't actually... I thought that was a fish under the water then. A lot of my fan base subscribers don't watch Twitch, and they don't like going over to Twitch. So I said I would always do a stream on YouTube alongside my Twitch streams on a different save game, so that they're not excluded. I think it's very important to kind of support the community. They've supported my growth. It's only fair that I also stream to YouTube. And to be fair, looking at the views, we've got 64 people in, which is crazy. On Twitch, we generally don't scrape more than 30 views if we're lucky. And it's because it's so much harder to... Well, there's so much more competition, for one. Quick 1323. How did you build the slightly off angle blocks for like the curve edge? So I don't use a mod for that. I've got a few circle guides online. I won't show you how I do it on here now, but I will explain. So I've placed a wire down on the center of that. And then I've deleted the foundations around it, then placed a foundation directly beneath me once I jump up, and then I do a cross like this. Then I'll go out to here or to here with that, and then delete these again, turn it slightly, jump up and place another one, and then do the next one. So you slowly, piece by piece, place another foundation on a slightly different angle, and then I just worked outwards. So that's the style. Casper, lower the DPI, your aiming sucks. I mean, yeah, my aiming isn't great. I've lowered the DPI, are you happy with this? But I find it gets a bit clunky, like something like this, it's too slow. But the aiming is also partially to do with the fact that my mouse is not great at the moment. I'm going to have to get a new one within the next few months because it keeps skipping. You'll notice every now and then that I just jump a little. That is the mouse, that's not me. Am I missing anything? Which part of the map are you on? I'm near the horrible, the marsh area. I don't know if here we are. So just this section here. Obviously this is the grassy plains down here. And you have the desert for those who don't know. Actually it's here. Then you have the forest and the dunes, which we started this playthrough on. But we're over in the marshland. Quick 123, yeah, I might need to see that in action. Tad confusing, but would be fantastically useful for hypertube launching. Interesting idea. Use Multistream. No, I can't do that, chicken, because as a Twitch affiliate, Twitch will not allow me to stream to YouTube the same content within 12 hours or 24 hours of going on stream on Twitch. So that is why we can't. And I'm not sure I would want to either, because we used to do that and I hated having, like, even though we had chat come up on stream, I hated the fact that it showed all of Twitch chat and all of YouTube chat there. It was very clunky and I didn't like that, and I didn't think many people appreciated that either. Chameleon, yeah, it gives us all something to laugh about, doesn't it? I've missed that. I don't know what that's in relation to. I've started streaming Satisfactory and I find it really difficult to talk so much. I'm really anxious about building something totally wrong and making it. I do it all the time. I mean, I think that's half the joy about it. I mean, I'm not a pro at playing games. I'm not great at multitasking, chatting to people at the same time either. But I'd rather chat at the same time and make a fool of myself and rebuild and the community have a laugh about it than to worry so much about making everything perfect. You really just give it a go and try not to worry so much. And it's not like you have to start off being able to chat. If you look at my very first few streams, which are still up on YouTube, on the Dwarven Fortress, I was really anxious myself about streaming. But I love it now. I really enjoy it. It's a really great way of playing that. Looks like one of my YouTube thumbnails. Why is it cut off like that? What? The LOD hasn't changed. There we go. That's really annoying me. Ugh. Moving target 1 in RTS. I learned to reduce DPI and move more mouse map. Greater accuracy. Move more mouse map. What do you mean? I can't move my mouse map. It's like the size of my desk. Gustavo, maybe it's dirt. Try cleaning. I have tried cleaning it and it doesn't seem to work. I do have some alcohol liquid on me. Maybe I could try using that. Rubbing alcohol. We'll see. We'll give it a go. I mean, the wire is slightly damaged from... I don't know if it's damaged or just the actual threading of the cable is damaged from where the bungee cord is connected to it. So, it might be it's had its day, unfortunately. Clive, Total, just be careful of falling off the edge of the map. You die quite quickly. I should be fine. I mean, we've got a while to go yet before we hit the edge. It's over here, I think. Oh no, even further. Yeah, we've got plenty. My computer is really struggling with the game at the moment. I don't know what update the patch has done, but my streaming and game are really suffering. Oh well, we'll have to make the most of it. And if it impacts the us too much, we're just going to have to bite the bullet, so to speak, and get on with purchasing a new graphics card. Malt Wyman, ever thought about room tour? What's room tour? Oh, of my actual setup? No. Because my room's a mess. But I will be, I'm hoping to move my setup into one of the spare rooms that we have in the house. I say spare, it's currently occupied, but we're hoping to rejig the house to make it so that I have an area that's actually a dedicated office for me, so that I can really work on this channel professionally. And if so, I will probably end up doing a room tour of that. I was actually going to do something like that for the 10,000 subscriber special, but I mean, we're not far from 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So I might not be able to do it then. Maybe we'll do that as the 10,000 subscriber special event, and I'll try and get it all sorted by the end of... I won't be able to do it this week. My dad's working and we've got a lot to move. Maybe the end of next week. And I'll probably do a time lapse of me setting up the room as well for you guys to see. Get an RTX 2080 Ti. If I was made of money, then maybe, but it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. I haven't actually checked the prices, but I'm pretty sure that's over my budget. I wonder how... I was thinking maybe I could do a SLI bridge and link two RTX cards together and just buy them on the cheap. But I'm not sure how useful that would be. Quick 1, 2, 3, a little off topic, but can you briefly explain how the different conveyor belts affect production rates? They don't affect production rates, but I can certainly show you. So the first is the Mark 1, which is really easy to produce. It's iron plates. They run at 60 resources per minute. The next one is the Mark 2, which you can see here runs at 120 items per minute through rate. which uses reinforced iron plates. Obviously, there is quite a difference in the technology, and you're going to see that you have to invest more in the creation of them, and some are going to be more difficult to produce than others. So I rarely use Mark IIs on my whole factory. It's normally just on the connectors before splitting off to Mark Is. The Mark III uses steel beams, so we have it here, and that moves items at 270 items per minute. Then we have the Mark IV, which uses encased industrial beams and runs at 480 items per minute. And then we have the Mark V, which needs aluminium alclad aluminium sheets. They changed the name from alclad aluminium sheets, if I remember rightly, to alclad. So I always get thrown off by that. And that's 780 items per minute. You can expect some, like either a Mark VI or possibly some other way of getting the items to the belts, because the Mark III miner can produce a lot more if it's overclocked than the throughput of that one belt. So either they're going to have to add a second output, or there's going to be faster belts released to the game at a later stage, similar to with pipes. Thank you so much for the, when it comes up, the subscribe. Dewold Lau, welcome man, glad you could join us today. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Satisfactory community we have here. Schleicher, hey, welcome man, glad you could join us. Sorry if I butchered your name. Main, welcome man. And Chameleon, IT can produce 1,000. It can produce 1,002. Oh wait, okay. Can produce 1,200 items per minute on a pure node when fully overclocked. Exactly the point. Glitch improver, moving target 1. I meant to send my two messages as one. I'm sorry, I think I missed a glitch. You need to be willing to go into massive debt. What's this for? For buying a 2080 Ti. Quick 1323. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Welcome to the community. Glad you could join us. Over the coming weeks, we're going to have plenty more content for Satisfactory. I mean, we're going to be covering this indefinitely, but we're going to be covering guides. We're going to have Fan Factory Fridays as well, which is where we look at community builds. I'm not sure if we will do one this week. I'm a bit overwhelmed with this release and also with working on the website that we're doing for Satisfactory. But we will certainly return to our normal... I'm not even going to attempt that. I think that's Russian. Welcome to the channel. I have no chance in pronouncing your name, unfortunately, but welcome. Glad you could join us, man. But yes, we've got plenty of content that we're doing. There's also a possible series that we're going to bring to YouTube, which I think you'll really appreciate. But I can't say anything about that just yet. I don't want to spoil the fun for you all. Right, so we know we've got the fuel power plants going here, and there. We'll probably set up this as a roadway, and that one too. Let's see what we need to do next. We've got items coming in. We're going to have to start doing the outside wall, which I said we would do last time, so let's do that now anyway. Hans worst. Total, you skipped my message 3 times now. Next one will have a bad word, so you see it. Snut's subscribe account was ruined by someone, so now I can subscribe. I'm sorry I missed your message. I can't go back on the chat at the moment because obviously we have a lot of issues with it tabbing out and doing weird stuff. So if you could message that again. What is Snut's subscribe account? Schleier, I just watched yesterday's stream. You forced me to my first subscribe on YouTube. Oh no, I'm sorry I forced you to it, man. Hopefully it was for Coffee Stain Studios and not my own channel. But welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the content we have. Sabyasachi Talukda, welcome, man. Glad you could join us today. We're just working on some ideas for a mega factory. It's not perfect. You know what? That's not bad. That is not actually bad. Totally meant to happen. I would like to drop this down. We can do that. We can do that. So what we're going to do to kind of trick the game here, fly, let's just drop down first of all. Fly slow, fly normal, that's better. So this is too high for a train. If we get a train up, you'll see what I mean. It looks a bit weird. It's just a little bit too high. Let's add something to this. Can we do it like, there we go. It's just a little bit too high. So to kind of counteract this, we're going to be using one of these foundations. We're going to just build it up to about here. We'll do it on here as well. And then we'll leave these because we're going to need it in line with the rest of the factory, but we will just build that there. There, it's just a slight trick to make it look slightly better. Hello, Cheslot, welcome, man. We're all good here. How are you today? And Snut had 69. Oh, yes, you're talking about his like personal channel, aren't you? Not his Coffee Stains one. I don't know if we're going to put anything on here. I might delete these now that we've got that up. How does that look? That looks a bit better, I think. Yeah, so let's continue. Not a great look there. Let's see if we can do something about it. Maybe using pillars, actually. Can we build halfway in? Nope. I'm good. Fantastic. Glad to hear that, man. Maxime Galea. I don't know why, but I'm not able to use my Epic Game saves on Steam. Have you checked out my video on it? I published one last night because I thought a lot of people might have that issue, as I did. So what you need to do is go to your Epic saves and then import them, copy and paste them over to the Steam file. The Steam file is actually it's in the same location, just in a separate file. It's an empty file, so you just copy it from the... Actually, I can just show you here. Let me show you here. It'll take me 2 seconds if I can find my save games. Let me just go to full screen so that you can see. Ta-da! Right. And also we'll open this. So if we go to save games, where are save games? C. You need to go to app data in a second. Users, me, app data. This is a hidden file. I can't remember how you open hidden files, but if you look up that online, you'll be able to find it. If you go down to, I think it's factory game, isn't it? Yes, saved, and then save games. Here you have your Epic Games save files. You're going to want to copy whichever one of these and take them to this one, which will be empty. Only issue is that every time you update a save, at the moment you're going to have to move them back and forth if you're going to play on Epic again. If you're not, then just move it to Steam. You can delete your Epic file and then you don't need to worry. You can search app data. There you go. That'll be fine. But that's all you need to do. I hope that helps. Found it. Thank you, dude. No worries, man. Enjoy the game on Steam. Let's get back to the game. Spanky, the Crazy Canuck, or the Crazy Can UK. Welcome, man. Glad you could join us. I've just realised I've not got chat open. What's the goal of this base? Well, there's not so much a goal to this factory. as bad as that sounds, we're building a mega factory so that we can do a tutorial series. We're actually going to rebuild this in vanilla. I'm just making sure it all works, and with all our guides, I build everything 90% of the time. I'll build it in creative mode first, and then if I'm building it, I will actually build it live on vanilla. So this is kind of just me playing about with this, where I'm able to chat with you guys and chill with you guys. And 69 people watching, what a number, guys. Welcome everyone who's in stream. But that's the idea at the moment. There's no end goal, it's just going to be a mega factory. What's the half pipe water channel for? So we're actually, it's a good question. I'll just go over there very quickly. These are going to cover we're going to have our pipes underneath. I just love the look of the water channels, but we're going to put pipes inside here. I think we can get 3, possibly 6 in there, and we're going to run our fuel power plants along here. So it's more of a design element than it is the actual to facilitate something. Well, I suppose it's a bit of both. We're going to have to swap this out a little bit, I think. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this one and that one. And what we're going to do instead is place some glass there, just to give it a little bit of detail and make it look a little bit less boring. Just look, why do you do it next to the swamp, not in the red forest? Good question. There was no real thought as to where. I just needed a place where it was empty. I quite like the idea of having it here, just because I like the open water. And I think in the actual vanilla version, we will do this over the waterfall, which will be interesting because you're going to see me die an awful lot. Over on Twitch, if you watch our live streams, we're doing the 5x5 challenge at the moment, and I die constantly. I fall to my death all the time. Can't be helped. Oop, let's delete that. Sachi Telukda, goodness me, I struggle with your name. The dev should add curve foundations. The best of luck for the bronze play button. Thank you very much, man. In all honesty, my goal when I started this was to get to the silver play button. I started the channel almost exactly 5 years ago, and I never thought, after 4 years, I didn't think it would be possible to even get to the bronze play button. It took me 4 years to get just under 1,000 subs. It's been a long ride, but for anyone who's starting up their channels on YouTube, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, and the biggest issue is getting the first 1,000 subs, or the first 100 subs even, and then just having the patience to keep with it. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. The bronze play button, reaching that is, when we reach that, it makes me feel like all the work that I've put into the game has been worth it. Into not the game, the channel has been worth it over these years. And it kind of reevaluates my place. Like, it lets me know that, look, you're producing worthy content essentially. So thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that, man. Just look, why stream on YouTube or Twitch? Why not choose a stream platform, not go between the two platforms? Well, we primarily stream on Twitch. The reason why we do both is because we started off on YouTube creating videos. We also started streaming to YouTube, and we were doing it 3 times a week, I think, at its peak. And a lot of people wanted us to go over to Twitch. They wanted to be able to support the channel more. And so in the end, I ended up starting up a channel on Twitch. But a lot of people don't use Twitch, and I didn't want them to miss out on this weekly event where I can actually communicate with the people who are part of the community. And that's really important. Like, this channel is not about me playing the game, it's about growing the community. That's why we have the Discord, that's why we're developing the website around the game and the community. And I think it's really important to provide the content for both people, both groups of people. So if there are people who are not playing, who are not going to watch Twitch but are still wanting the YouTube stream, then we will continue once a week doing a YouTube stream. Also, there is a huge amount of competition on Twitch, and there's going to be a lot more now that the game's gone to Steam. And I'm not a big content producer on Twitch. I mean, I stream 3 days a week. We do 12 hours on Twitch easily each week. But compared to other people, they're on a lot more, and so they get a lot more attention. And so it's equally more beneficial to my YouTube channel, which is primarily what I'm trying to grow to stream on YouTube as well. I would recommend your channel to my friends. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Hopefully they find me worthy. Oh, and also to further that, yes, I would love the devs to give us curve foundations. Until then, I will make use with what I've got. But I mean, we're making it work. Love watching your videos after a long day of work. Keep it up. Thanks, 98 Dime. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us today. Hopefully we can continue creating the content you guys want and value. Hoi hoi hoi! Mjolnir, how are you doing, man? Glad you could join us today. Oh, I just covered that. It's too bad Coffee Stains nixed the idea of making this kind of alien-based defense. Mixed the idea of making it the kind of alien-based defense game, kind of like Factorio. However, I do like that the creatures migrate around the map. I understand their reasons for doing it entirely, but it is a feature that I'd like. So if there is a mod that becomes available to us that's adds playability and is well fleshed out as a mod, that gives like an alien defense mode, then I would certainly check it out. But it does have to be fully fleshed out, and I'd love it to be an option for the actual game, where you can actually choose whether you want to play creative mode or you want to play survival base defense mode or survival mode. Like, I think that would be a really nice way for them to add quality content to the game. And I know they're bringing the creative mode to the game eventually, but there's no intention of bringing like a base defense mode. But who knows? If it does well enough and enough people ask for it, then perhaps they will bring that. You're welcome. Your videos are a lot less hectic than most. Nice for relaxing. Glad to hear that. We do try and keep our videos, generally speaking, like the streams tend to be different. If we go exploring, I'm terrible. I get so jumpy and scared. I'm terrible. But the video guides, we try to keep them concise and informative, covering everything that you need. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. I'd like to bring this out a bit further, I think, so that it kind of comes to here and then round. But I think if we go any further than this, it won't look round. It'll turn into like a hexagon, which isn't something that we want to go for, really. You should use the area action to build the large... I'm useless with area actions. I'll be honest, I can't use it to save my life. I'm going to eventually cover a spotlight on it, but I'm dreading the day that I actually have to learn how to use it. Maxim, welcome man, how you doing? What's sample building? So this is for like a practice run to see if it will work for when we do it in vanilla. And really this is just a stream where we're chilling. There's no need for me to go much further than this other than to lay out the foundations and the actual factories for the foundries, the smelters. But I'm just enjoying chilling with you guys and we're seeing where it's going with that. Kiwi Jim, welcome man. I used to think my factory was fancy and then I found your channel, Curved Buildings. This is my branding. I'm gonna say that. My branding is Curved Buildings from now on. But we're playing around with it. I think it just adds something, to take Kubitz's word, spicy to the game. It adds a little bit of flavor rather than having like a plain factory almost. Not that there's anything wrong with like a blocky look. That's gonna annoy me. Oh. Let me just... No. This is the issue. These gaps. This is a particularly bad one. Because it's going to cut into the middle. Wait, let's have a look. Maybe we can do something with foundations here. No, I want it on top. This is where it gets interesting. Because we always struggle. Let's just delete that. That's going to be so much easier for us. It's going to look odd. And the thing is, that's another thing that they need to add. They need to add like the middle. Like they've done here, they've got a base, a top, and a middle. They've just got the base and the top, which I don't like. That would be a good mod if anyone's modding. Curved swords. Circle is more spicy than rectangle. Yeah, it just has a little bit of flavor, sweet and sour. The contrast is good. Just trying to work within the constraints of the game at the moment. This isn't going to work either. I might download more mods to help with this. I think this is going to be... Yeah, we can't do that. I think that's going to be the only solution, really. No. Ooh, actually, Tom, that could be fun. Let's play around with that. Right, okay, so pipe supports, clip. If we do that, and then we add another one, this could work. May not be great. I think we need to bring it forwards a little bit. May not be great, but it's going to make it look less terrible. Or is it? Let's have a look. What do you guys think? Let me know. Why not put a door there instead of a full wall? Because it's going to show up on this side as well. That's the main issue that we've got, unfortunately. Let's bring it up to the top. I need to start like putting my ideas over to the coffee stain for their screenshots and their live streams. I always forget, but I think they might appreciate some of these if it works out, if it looks good. Did I miss anything else? Can we get a factory tour? Unfortunately, there's not much to see on this because it is a very... This is the tutorial. I'll fly over to my old factory. is kind of... Oh, but we need to place that first. Whoops. Yay or nay, guys? Oh, it's not letting us now. Typical. Why is it not letting us? Why place one big foundation when you can place 20 smaller ones? Okay, so this is an issue. I think it's possibly due to the pipe, actually. If you have this issue, though, in game, there's a easy way around it. You just need to use these down corners. They clip through everything at the moment. Hacks. Where was it? Right next to it. Yes. Try and let the wall stick out on the inside. I don't like it looking at the coming through the inside. I mean, I can't show you. It'll either cut across like that or like that, and it won't look neat. Whereas this, from far away, looks a bit like pillar supports. So I think we'll play around with that for now. Oh, there is the issue that we've got. So for this we will need to use potentially. Actually, we might be able to do it with these. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Here we've kind of tricked it. It's surprisingly close to being just out. It's just out. But that's not bad in all. But I have to do it for the whole build now. Okay, we'll worry about that in a little bit. We will probably have the train coming out of this one. Remove the pipe supports. Yep, we can do that as well. You're right, remove the pipe supports. There you are. Only thing is, if I remove these, I'm going to have to place it down here and do it again. So we'll do that later. But I'm pretty happy with how it's looking at the moment. Back to work I go. I'll catch up later. Have fun. No worries, 98 Down. Thank you very much for joining us and jumping in and chatting. I've enjoyed chatting. I'll see you next time, man. I'm tempted just to continue building this until it's totally done. And not do it in vanilla because I think it's going to be so much work. No, we have to. That'll be the long-term goal of this year. Finish this in vanilla mode. How can we... Maybe if we might make this actually a tunnel. Like this. Have the train coming through here. Can we fit 2 trains? Does anyone know? Can we fit 2 trains within this? We'll only have 1 train going through actually. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll bring the train down through here. Total Game, welcome. Sub is here. Or your sub goal is not working. Oh, is it not running anymore? But thank you very much, man, for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. Don't know why it wouldn't be working. It has been working throughout, but maybe there's just a slight issue with it. But thank you very much for joining us, man. I'm a chicken, you can fit 2. That's what... Oh dear. No end to it. Right, how can we... I'm tempted to use the pipes again here, if I'm honest. Although... Ooh, that might work. That might look quite nice. Let's just place this. I think we can then place one of these over... Oh, it's not going to let me. Nope. Okay, never mind. Scrap that. Yeah, I think we might run... These here. And same on this side. Quick 1, 2, 3. We need vertical rectangles for building. Rather surprised they didn't add that. There are other things that they have in store ready for us. They've just not released yet. That could well be one of them. Like horizontal walls across here are already kind of confirmed. Okay, I placed that wrong, didn't I? I really just don't like the these showing. I wonder, actually, that would potentially be quite nice. Let's just remove these for a second. So my next idea is to have the walkways coming over the top of them. But we're going to need to go up an extra foundation first. So that's at the right height, as you can see here. And then from here... Yeah, you're doing that to spite me. Let's see if it works this way. Quick 1, 2, 3. Wonder what they have planned for the Mercersphere and Summer Sloop. Yep, I can't wait to see where they go with that. They've kind of suggested that we're going to see some tier 9 items. So it looks like they may well, let's see if this works, expand the game further than just the original tiers, which I am so excited for. And obviously there is so much more scope for the game. So as the game develops, ha, you can't stop me. Ha! Fantastic. It looks like they can continuously push out new things for the game, which is going to be awesome. Hugo Charleboys, welcome. It's for the story. Same of the Sam or yes, well, to a certain extent. It's involved, intertwined with the story. I mean, they're rare resources on the planet. So they said they can't separate it, so to speak, because it's intertwined. Is that right? But they would work separately if it wasn't for the fact they're trying to separate it. That's what I'm trying to say. So that we can use the SAM ore separately. See, I quite like that. What do you guys think? I just got coal power yesterday. Awesome, Matthias. Gussens. Now the real factories begin, because that's where automation starts in my eyes. Until you get to that point, you've just scraped the surface. You've dipped your toe in the pond of automation. Now you're going to end up wasting many hours. Wisely Susa, welcome. welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Shulnir, they can easily adapt the game to look like Transport Fever or something similar, making them money. They could do, certainly. Although I'd prefer them not to. Oh no. We're gonna have to bring these down. We are. I'll worry about that later. I know I can fix it. It's just gonna take some time. Now the reason that we're doing the outside walls is because it's going to limit where we place everything later on. And so it's better to get the walls up first. Slater, awesome. You could even go through the walkway with the pipes. That way they're looking more like they're in use. Yep, most certainly. We might do, depending on depending on how we're going to use them. Or how this is going to look later on. If it ends up being much bigger, we'll probably use it. Although I don't necessarily need them to look like they're being used. We're going to colour them. I'm not sure if we will colour those. We might do. But we'll probably colour the pipes that are in use separately. They're on the same. That's nice. Okay, I'm pretty confident with that. I need to work out how we're going to do this though, because obviously we've now set up the outside wall separately. Right guys, I am going to very quickly pop to the loo. I'd say it's all the coffee I'm drinking, but I'm still on my first cup. But I'm going to quickly relieve myself and then we will be right back. So just bear with me guys. I'll see you in 2. Have we got... Okay, let me just move out the way so we don't get attacked. Be right back. And we are back. Right, let's open our chat. Coffee power goes brrrr. I need coffee. It's the only one thing keeping me working. Ivan N, welcome man, how you doing? Glad to see you here. We're just working on the Mega Factory. Playing around with how it looks at the moment. And then once we build around the outside, we're going to be able to work on the inside, which I'm actually slightly terrified for because I haven't planned for this and don't want to look too silly deleting and redoing everything. A fellow coffee drinker, yes. It's actually to the I'm so much in love with coffee that it's one of the things that I want to develop later on as like a potential business. When I was in South America, when I was specifically in Mexico, I discovered some amazing coffee beans and spoke to the owner of a coffee company, and they'd be interested in selling to me. So if I can arrange like the importation of coffee and work around the sales of that from a legal point of view, because obviously it's a consumable, there are a lot more laws that I need to learn, then I might actually go into it as an online company, because that will also allow me to spend more time doing this as well. And I have an idea that's kind of being covered by other online companies that specialize in coffee. I've seen 2 or 3, but only one of them's doing it particularly well, and I think I could bring something better to as a service to people through that. So yes, I'm a big coffee lover. Unfortunately, I'm drinking instant right now rather than... Oh, here we go again. Let's go to this one. Yachi Talukda. I'm gonna have to call you Sachi or something because I'm struggling with that. I'm just procrastinating from work at this point. Working from home. Yeah, I understand. I do that all the time. The game. I mean, the game started with crash landing, and they should introduce a fact that you have to expand the factory to repair your ship and exit the planet. That could be the way it goes, but they purposefully sent you down. There have been a lot of other people crash landing there, which could certainly add up to something. It looks like you're repairing your ship though. If you go into the space elevator parts, if we just open them up very quickly on here, I don't know if they're going to be under space elevator now. So you have things like the modular engine, or so you've got this. So you're sending engines up, you're sending smart plating for potentially the outside of a ship or something. You have automatic wiring or automated wiring. They all seem to be like parts of a ship. So it looks like you're either fixing or you're building a ship in order to send potentially more pioneers to another planet, only to repeat the whole thing over and over again. If they went with that plan, they're probably pushing the legality of replicating Factorio. I mean, quick, I don't think we can use that, because if you look at Call of Duty and Battlefield, they're similar storylines. It's not really something that can be copyrighted, unfortunately. This way they can introduce a new planet to expand. This would be wonderful. Yep, I agree with that. Give us more maps. Although they've said that they're reluctant to cover other maps just yet. I mean, they haven't got the full game out yet, so I can totally understand that. Was it there? This looks tighter than this one. Oh no. So it was right, we just need to do it this side. There we go. Oh, what do you think of the new toolbar? I don't get used to it. Nice to have it though. Yep, I mean, I need to play around with it more, but because I'm in creative mode, I'm usually just using the copy paste function for the items, and if not, I'll just grab them. But certainly if I was playing the game vanilla and exploring for the first time, Oh, goodness me, how do you do it? It's not control... Oh. How do we change the hotbar? I thought it was control mouse wheel. Did I change it? I probably changed it. Let me just have a look. Controls. Cycle. Nope. I'm gonna go past it, aren't I? Cycle to next. Control mouse wheel up. Yeah, why is that not working? Oh. Oh, it is now. But for example here, for the second one, I probably place, depending on what tech level, I probably do something like this. And so whenever I'm transporting conveyor stuff, I have my hot bar for that. When I've got my first one, it's for the things that I'm using a lot at the moment. Then I could have one for all the constructors and stuff in the game. So there's certainly a use for it, but I think it's the same with using the hologram copy, or like I suffered with multiple deleting. Until you're used to using it, it's going to feel unnatural. I think I've missed a load of comments, so I'm just going to quickly go over to the chat. Oh, import sounds expensive. Import? Import what? Do it. The coffee. Yeah, it might be a little bit expensive, but it's something that I'd like to do. I'm working around getting that sorted. I just need to work a bit more on the factory festival. On this channel. Do it. Business is the best place to be. Yeah, I'd like to have my own business. That's something that I've really grown to at this point. And welcome, El Luto. Welcome again. Glad to have you back. I volunteer for shareholder number 1. Wait, aren't I the first shareholder for my own company? I think he has cheats on. I'm not using cheats, I'm using a mod. I'm using PAK Utility Mod for the creative mode to kind of realize what I want, and from there I'm going to redo it in vanilla over in another location. It will release for console, potentially Budapest. They've said, they've not confirmed it. In fact, before they were saying it wasn't going to, and now they're saying that it could well be on the cards. But there's not going to be a time for that. They're going to be focusing on dedicated servers, finishing the game, and then they'll potentially port it to consoles. So it'll be a while before that happens. But I think it will. I don't think they're going to let this amazing game go to waste. I think it's one of the big games that are going to really influence Coffee Stains as a company in the long term. Okay, so we've done it the same this side, so really we need to delete these and the next one. Sachi, quick, this is a common storyline. I've seen this in many games. Yeah. You tried Death Wish coffee? I have not. But funnily enough, I've worked out that they are their producer is very close to the producer. It's like the same region as the one that I'm looking at. But Death Wish is ridiculously expensive for what it is. But I mean, it's the branding they've got. It's fantastic. They've done such a good job. You can call me Cool Sav or Cool Sav. Yeah. Okay. I'll try and remember that. Just to add more names for me to remember. It's like I'm a Gurk over on YouTube. He has a different account over on Twitch, and he says, "Don't call me this on here. I'm a Gurk from YouTube." So I'm now remembering that. But yes, Cool Sav. I will endeavour to remember you. I'm useless with names though. Just in general, as a heads up, don't expect me to remember your name. I do try my best, but I am useless. Is that right? Yeah, that was right. I have a mate who imports cigars from Central America. It took him 5 years, but he got an exclusive out of Cuba. That's awesome. Fantastic for him. Oh, my chat's also not on scroll, so... Oh, now it's working, the tab. There we go. This looks tighter than... Oh, wait. What am I missing? I think I've skipped a load. No, you're right. I didn't think of that. I'm still drinking my coffee and warming my brain up, so apologies for that. No worries, man. This looks tighter than this one. Oh, dear. It always happens. They have actual pipeline wall supports. They have actual pipeline wall supports. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Jack Septic, I just hit 500k donations in under 4 hours for the Black Lives Matter. That's awesome. I really like. It's something that I agree with. I think this segregation has happened long enough, but I don't really want to talk about it during the game. But awesome. If ever I get to a point where my channel can support support matters to me that are really important, then eventually I will probably do the odd special event where it's charity. Hi, Super. Hi, George. Temis, how you doing, man? Glad you could join us today. Flyability is it really is so useful. Yeah, maybe a hover pack or something would be awesome. Gustavo, I agree with that. Cool, Sav. Is it confusing to play the game and read the comments together? Yep, I have to do one at a time, really. I do try my best to cover multiple things at once, but I'm not perfect. Let us... It all takes experience. In time, we'll get there. I'm trying to get this onto... we can do it that way. Bring that up to the top. Is that the right height? Yes. Oh, I've lost all my bars. There we go. Oh, it doesn't help. We didn't have it. There's this one, and then that there. Delete these. Kiwi Jim, what mods would you like to see in the future? Oh, goodness me. I always have a list of mods and I've totally forgotten them. There are like tons of mods that would be very useful for the game. The biggest one at the moment that I want in game is to holster whatever item I've got in my hand rather than having to remove them. It really annoys me. That would be amazing. And they've said they are working on that, so hopefully we'll get there eventually. Oh, you're joking. Those pipes. I didn't really want to delete and redo again, but we're going to have to. Wait, did we do that? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we're going to have to. Repeat the same process again. But first, let's place that. But that's the biggest mod that I want at the moment because it's driving me insane. And it's just a really small thing to implement, really. Snut said he might try and just sneak it in without letting anyone know. I wish he did. Grab that. Matt Tisdall, do you ever invite people to play? Loving this game lately. Yes, we have over on Twitch, we stream on a Saturday the multiplayer Let's Play stream where anyone's invited to join and play with us. So if you want, you're more than welcome to join us over there. Thank you very much. I think, cool, Sav, that's much easier. Thank you. Thank you very much for the subscribe, Corey Reed. Welcome to the community. Glad you could join us today. Matthias, if you put an awesome shop ticket in the resource, yes, you do indeed. But I can't stand. Although I want the truck in real life, I can't stand the idea of it in game. I hate how clunky it is trying to move it around. I know they're just taking the mick, but it's one of those things, unfortunately. How are we gonna do this? We're not gonna place anything there. Then we'll do the same there. Glitch Provo, when he tries to read comments and play at the same time, he usually dies. Someone's been watching the Twitch streams. No, I'm getting better at it, I'd like to think. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to do it like this. Won't work. What won't work? Hi, yeah, thank you for changing the name. Appreciate it, man. It makes my life easier, as I said. And Matt Tisdale, that's fantastic. See you on Saturday. Awesome. Yeah, we have a multiplayer stream, so anyone can join, and it's like an hour-and-a-half rotation, and then we'll bring someone else into the game. We have mannequins in game. You're not allowed to delete the mannequins. Eventually I'm going to change the place of where they are, so everyone will have to jump back in game and move around. And we're going to put signs above their heads where we place these mannequins, so that everyone knows who everyone is, who's complemented the crazy build style. It's not my build style. I don't enjoy it usually, but I think it's important to appreciate all the work and all the people who have committed to the game. Right, okay, how does that look? Wait, we can delete that, and that's actually meant to happen. Oh, delicious. We're gonna have to play around with the color scheme on this at some point. Main TH. Thanks, man. Do you play on Steam or Epic? At the moment, I'm playing on Steam. That's the only way I can use this mod. But I also have it on Steam. I'm currently working out how to sort it so that we can play on 2 accounts at once. Because it's not letting me. But I want to do some cool things with it. We're going to do some time-lapse builds, I think, and we're also going... I'm not telling you about the other one. That's special. There's also going to be a different view of me building for like the layouts as well. Factory layout builds, guides. But we have loads of things planned that I don't really want to give away just yet. Hype! How can you stream on YouTube when you're streaming on Twitch too? I stream on YouTube because that's where I started out. And I have a few subscribers who won't use Twitch, and I think it's important to remember where you came from, so to speak. And so for their sakes, I will always stream at least once a week. I know we're not necessarily at the moment, or in the past few weeks, but the idea is that we will always have a YouTube stream, even if we're doing Twitch as well. And even if we're mainly doing Twitch, we will still have a YouTube weekly stream. Support the community. Right. we're going to have to build another layer of foundations on top of these. In fact, it's going to be better for my frames in the long term if we do not build all of these and just build a separate layer on top. So let's grab the small one. Hello, Sheproth Stride. Welcome back, man. How are you doing? Glad you could join us again. And this is where area actions would actually be really useful. Oh, that's crazy. How is that? Oh no, it's not. Looked like it was really close. Craig Walker. Oh wait, let me go to Cool Stuff first. You should play Scrap Mechanic Survival and create structures like this in that game. I've been considering getting Scrap Mechanic, but I think for now I'm going to concentrate on Satisfactory. And we're also doing Hydroneer once a week. We haven't for the last 2 weeks because we've been concentrating on the website. But once we get the website out, we will get back to covering other games. We'll probably cover Scrap Mechanic at least on a Try It Tuesday at some point. One of my rules of thumb is to run the train tracks alongside the roads. We're obviously not going to be able to do it on this one. Although it would be cool if we could do... Wait, what level is this? Okay, it's quite high up. I think we'll probably use these as bus lines underneath. Possibly. Craig Walker, I appreciate you streaming on YouTube. My connection is bad enough I can't watch even VODs on Twitch. Ah, well, there's a good reason for it. But thanks for letting us know. But hopefully the quality is okay. I've had a problem with my streaming just in general recently, in regards to my computer. It just doesn't seem to be coping too well. Oh god, I love cold coffee. Gustavo Santos Scrap Mechanic is good. Saw that the other day and got my attention. It looks pretty good. I'm certainly interested in it. I also want to try deep rock mining as well. That looks pretty cool. Deep space rock mining. But again, concentrate on the beautiful game that is Satisfactory Festival. You know what? We might make this like an actual feature, this walkway. As much as it's important to have a working mega factory, it also needs to look the part as well. Oh, how did we do that? Oh, there we go. It's that one. Although, that's a good point. If I did this, how's it going to look underneath? No! No! Jonathan Quendant, while flying, you could profit from spam click building from a horizontal position, perfect for making those straight lines on the same. Yep, doing it like this. Even better if you're at about the right head height. But because this is set to a really fast fly, I'd have to constantly reduce the settings if I kind of do that spam flying. But it's a really good tip. PC tour. PC tour. There's not much to see. But I will do one. In fact, I don't know where I put the lights. We had lights originally. That's a good point. Someone asked for a factory tour, and I said we don't really have a factory worth touring at the moment. I will show you though what we had originally before we jumped in and made this a mod save, just in case any of you are interested. Just let me place that, and then we'll quickly fly over to this build. So this is the build that we started on. You'll see it just referenced in videos quite often. Not in that direction. Oh, you mean backwards? Yeah, that could work as well. On Twitch, I can watch on 720p. Ah, we don't really have a choice as creators what it goes out as. I put it out as 920, but depending on how Twitch want you to see it, they can limit it or allow it. Place a foundation on a wall, go to the center of the circle and align the heads, and then spam clip. Yep, I get what you mean. That would be really useful. We're probably though not going to show, like with this one, go back to the center that much, because we're going to be building on straight lines, which is why you see there that we're trying to keep it all flat. But coming into this base, this is where we started off. Pretty much all of this was originally like mod free, all of this, and then this is all mod. But if we drop down, there's also another section as well. Oh, I don't like, it's too slow. This is why you don't download the PAK Utility mod. You get too accustomed to flying. So we had all the items originally coming into here, and then we had the copper being smelted. The idea was not to do a lot, it was just to do enough to get by. So we had the copper, and then we also have the steel, the iron even at this point, with iron going off to become plates here, and iron going off to become rods and screws here. And from here we were building an area just of basic storage materials for building. So we have the steel, I keep saying steel, the iron plates, then we have the copper sheets, we also have the cable. This never ended up getting used. Oh wait, it did. Originally this was, I think, for concrete, but then we moved it to there, I think. Gustavo, I recommend you try an indie game that's called Mechanica. It's very early access, but it's some features that are promising. The resources have physics and everything is programmable. Interesting. Maybe I'll check that out. Mechanica. Because I haven't heard that game before. I'll check it out. See what we think. From here we had the basic setting up for things like reinforced plates, and we also had rotors over here. This was an item sink. That's why it's cut off. And it all merged items. We also had the very early startings. Unfortunately, as I started playing with mods, things just blew out and I stopped playing on this. And that's why it looks like such a mess. We never got around to fixing it. This was smart plating. PAK Utility mod is the best mod, I think, with area action. I'm not great with area action. I see why it's so useful, but I've rarely used it. This area was my testing area for builds, for layouts and guides. This was another layout tutorial thing. Then we obviously have the happy birthday coffee stain for the 1 year, and then the explosive cannon that we did, and the terrible looking birthday cake. Looks terrible. Then we have the storage area, which we never got around to finishing in terms of bringing items in, but it looks alright. And then we started playing with the bus, but we never really used it. We had a few items going up along here to the second floor, where we have the versatile framework factory. This is all running. We also have just steel in general being produced here. This is rotors onto motors. This is just steel beams. going on to actually become versatile frames again in a separate factory. This was the efficiency build guide for manifold modular frames, and this one for reinforced plates. And then this was talking about extra compact builds, which is pretty nice. I quite like that. And I mean, we were going to do a hypertube kind of center here, which sends us off throughout the base. But really, there's not much to show other than, I suppose, actually, we've got the oil over here that we just unlocked before we finished it. So basic oil production. Then we had the refineries, which look pretty sweet. And all that is going on to the computers. And this has been deleted, and I don't know why. Actually, we're missing a lot from here. Oh, because we continued the save separately. But that is the factory. There isn't much to this game, unfortunately. There's more in my 5x5 challenge build now. Oh, and obviously power. Schlock Kumar, after purchasing early access, I should have to purchase the full version after releasing also. No, because you're supporting the game through its development. So I personally believe that it should remain free. If you're an early backer, you're paying enough for a full game essentially, and it's continuing its development. So you shouldn't have to pay more. Jao Pacheco? Sorry. No. I think that was in relation to that last... Oh wait, in relation to the last comment. Jonathan Quendit, you feed the central storage from outside mini factories and that feed the main factory. At first the main factory and with the overflow. Yes, exactly. So with this, this is a separate centralized storage. This is just for building materials and stuff that the player, will need. Everything will flow through here, get dropped off as and when I need it. That's the important thing. It's not going to be running all the time to all the other factories. And here will be my storage units for that stuff. We will have another storage area, which I haven't worked out. It will probably be over here. Or maybe actually depending on where we put the entrance to the factory, near there. So you should always have the main storage area along with the logistics somewhere that's easily accessible. So you'd want it probably where you're coming into the factory. But again, that will have all the items that are being produced sent to there. And that's a great way to do it. So you pool all your items together and then you can separate them again rather than having them all in one area and then moving to another area and then moving over to another area. It's like a sure way to get massive spaghetti mess. And so we're avoiding that. Moving target 1 conveyor belts have started entering my dreams. Has this happened to you? I once got stuck in a maze thanks to I'm a Chicken, and I had a nightmare about it. I've had nightmares about the spiders, but I've not had many dreams about conveyors. Means once I purchased early access, I get full version 2. Yes, exactly. Once the game is fully released, you'll have the full game. And it's well worth, like, this is already pretty much a full game. They're adding more stuff, but it feels like a full game. They've done an amazing job. Let's do a little bit in terms of the... Oh, let's bring this out. I'm going to work a bit on the rails now. I consider repurchasing on Steam just to support Coffee Stains. Yep, I've bought on Steam again to support Coffee Stains. Obviously, the good news for me is that I can use it for my videos, which I think will accentuate them, make them better. Having 2 copies of the game means that I can do like an overhead build while you're watching the layouts, so that I can talk about what's going on and you can see an overhead version to make it easier to understand. Where's the... I might not have thought about this. Where's coal? Got one over here. Zachary, the circles are pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Yep, it's the branding we've decided of my channel. I spend far too much time building circles, but I love them. They do have a slight negative effect on the game though, because okay, yeah, it's just all these. With you overlapping lots of foundations, it does reduce the frame rate over time. We've also got 2000, 2000. Yeah, we'll just bring it all over here by train. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. But it would be better possibly to have the foundries. Oh, we didn't finish that. Let's do that quickly. Maybe have the iron and the coal coming around this side. But let's finish this first. Kusav, you should use the renewable power mod. Refined power mod, as it's called now. I covered that 2 weeks ago now, and I love it. I think it's one of the few mods that are pushing mods in the right direction. It's a fantastic mod. It adds more things to play around with. It doesn't just add new structures, adds new items to manufacture. They've really put the work in, and there's soon to be another update for the water. The turbines, they've added nodes now so that you can only add water turbines where there's moving water. So we will eventually cover it again in another Spotlight video, but I think it's one of the best mods out there. Renewable mod, and if you do so, then keep the top of the cylindrical storage clear, as the last tier produce the space. Yes, the Dyson sphere. I like it. They're working on it more. It's a lot of items to produce. I think we'll probably... I don't know if we'll unlock it. I don't think even my mega factory will consume a terawatt of energy, to be fair. But you never know. Maybe. Could be worth looking into eventually. Jonathan Quendit, first playthrough, used your circular build central storage with overflow into the sink. Everything was transported to that storage. I also put the elevator on top of it. Was wicked. Sounds awesome, man. I'm glad you like the idea. Yeah, it's a really nice way of running it, I think. And I mean, there are ways that you can do it in like a rectangle build, and it still looks cool. It's just... you don't see as many people doing the round builds. I think it just adds that little bit extra in-game. I think we could go all the way around with these, actually. I can hear my fans constantly spinning up and going down again. My computer's probably hating me right now. Screaming at me, why would you do this to me? I thought we were friends. I like how these really don't clip that much. It's like so nice. We're also going to have to drop them down the walls in a second. I think that was the first window, yeah. Maya Wolf, hello, how you doing? Glad you could join us today. Welcome. We're just working on the outside of the factory at the moment. That mega factory that we are building. Do you use creative power as well, or just the building? It depends. It depends. If I'm back at the base when I'm doing a video guide, I'll just use the power that I've got there. But if I'm in the middle of nowhere, then I'll probably use the creative power just to give me the power that I need for the factory. Is that the right height? I think that's a bit too low, isn't it? It's in line with these. Yeah. Well, there we go. Wait, is that right? That's going to be just on top. No, that is right. Okay. There we are. Let's place down a train just to see. Yeah. Awesome. Right, next thing, this one. Okay, I can live with that. This is another one of those awkward positions. You know what, we've done pretty well, to be fair, to get it this close, with only a few exceptions. Now, I'm slightly worried that chat might have stopped, because YouTube does have a habit of doing that. Possibly not, though. Let's just reload the page, just in case. No. Okay, that's fine. That one, and then... Wait, is that right? I don't think... We'll have to do it from here. That would look better, but we're going to have to replace this with a smaller foundation. No! Let me place it. If I can't get this in, it will drive me insane. Right. The factory looks like a flower. Oh. Yeah, I guess it does a bit. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it actually turns out at the end. So we've got that. Oh, you know what? This is going to be annoying because we're going to have to place... Maybe if we do it from this side. Yeah. We're going to need one of these here, and then we're going to have to do the same on the other side. Is that right? Yeah. It's just slightly out. That's annoying. Ah, I'm just like, oh, maybe we can chop this off. It won't let me. No. I wonder. No. Gonna have to work out something to do with that eventually. Maybe cover it in a foundation. Maybe. We'll see. Not something to worry about just yet. Hello, Henry Pius. How you doing, man? Glad you could join us. Welcome. Just working on the factory, how it looks, getting the wall outside done, as that's going to be affecting how we build the rest of this later on. Also, Salt and One from Seasoned Gaming. Do you know if the mod installer works on the Steam version? It does not. So the only way that I'm able to use mods at the moment is in the experimental version. I can't even use them on the normal Epic Games version for some reason. I think it's because they're now linked to one another. So hopefully they will sort it out soon. I mean, the SML team are working on it. They're trying to get it out as soon as possible. Now with the stream, we may have mods for Epic and mods for Steam. Now with Steam, we may have mods for Epic and mods for Steam. Eventually, the SML should be able to work. I think the idea is that they allow it so that the SML works for both Steam and Epic, regardless of which you're using. I might be mistaken, but for the time being, that's not how it's working. Shavi Janaja, I have a question. If I use area mod, I get banned? No. If you're using a mod, you're allowed to use it. If you crack the game, then that's a different issue. I'm not quite sure on the Coffee Stain's take on that though. Nope. Yep, exactly. Welcome. Welcome, agent. We'll probably add glass to that, actually, just on top. Yeah. Yeah, still on the damn circles. Yep. Well, no, it's not that we're on the circles. We're trying to do the whole of the actual outside of the factory so that we can, what's the word? Limit to where we can build inside. So that's why we're doing this. It's taken a while there, unfortunately. Right, where's this one? I did say we were going to move on to rails, actually. How will that work? Let's see. to about there. Don't think it'll. I think it's too steep. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay. Let's just see if we can get it from here. Oh no, maybe far too steep. Railroad track is too long. I mean, the good news is if it's too long, we can just raise it all up eventually. Too long again. Joe Williams, welcome, man. How you doing? Glad you could join us. Right, so could do that. Now we just need to get it further down. I think, actually, if we... What is it? If we grab a big ramp and then a little ramp, we can actually work this out. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Random question. What supermarket do you use? Asda, Morrison's, etc. I really like Morrison's. But I haven't shopped at a supermarket in months because I was in South America. In which case I'd have to say Walmart. I love Walmart. When I was in South America. And then after that it would be Carrefour. But a Carrefour special. Oh, did that the wrong way around. This, I think, if I remember rightly, this is the steepest. Oh dear, we mucked that up. This is the steepest that you can actually build the rails. So one large one, one small one. Obviously you don't want that because it's going to look weird. Grab this. CS has to add some curvable foundation rail like tool for the types of you. Nice. Yep, they have to. Eventually they'll get there. How does that look? That doesn't look too bad, but we'll have to delete this, which is a shame. I quite like that. And then we'll just keep building down like this. Double ramps total. Just use double ramps. Have they changed it? Because before you couldn't do multiple of these in a row. Originally, when I did the guide on it, you couldn't do that. So let's just... Oh, you mean the double-sided ones? That would work. Darius Dragon, welcome, man. You see, this is too tight. But let's try it with the double ramp. Is it? Only if it works. I think you need to go between the double and the half. Oh shoot, that's not gonna work. This is what you meant, right? I'm chill. Let him do his thing. Thanks, Grim. Thanks for coming to my aid. No, it's fine. It's a good shout. I'm trying. Okay, it's that. It's not quite, but it'll work. We'll make it work. I don't know if we'll get there though. Oh, we're gonna have to lift this up. Or actually just remove this a few back. Right, okay, now we just need to make it look supporters. It's my British humour style. I was chill and chilly. Tell you what, it's freezing here. Too cold for me. I'd really like to use what Beef Vindaloo used, like almost a clover way to bring the items up. But I think that's going to be too much effort for me. Let's see if we can do... Oh, we don't want that. We're going to want side pillars. How are we going to do this? This could be a disaster. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will be. It's going to be slightly off. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Knackered lad! Hey man, it's been a while, how are you? Is that ramp long enough that you could link from the top without the... unfortunately, it's too long. That's the issue. We might be able to do it in 2. In fact, we've done it in... How many is this? Let's see if we can just do it down to there. I might regret this. That's slightly better. Slightly less wonky. Good shout. Good shout. Still, we will have this issue. Possibly. Oh no. I think this will look a bit rubbish, if I'm honest, but we're gonna just give it a go anyway. Oh, may have a solution, but we'll just try this first of all. Ah, that looks terrible. But I think I've got a solution. Do you eat scones? Scones or scones? Yes, I do. I've got a bit of Cornish blood in me, so I love a good old Cornish cream tea, which is obviously with scones or scones, cream and jam. And that's the only time that I will willingly eat jam as well. Dislike it otherwise. I'm a little bit picky, apparently, when it comes to food. Let's see, where did this come to? is just going to clip through, which won't look very nice. Just a bit too much. Maybe if we use the smaller ones. That would work. That wouldn't. But possibly one down would. Or not at all. But maybe with a small, thin foundation. Okay, let's do that. Let's see how that looks. No, not happy. Needs to look better than that somehow. Why did we go to this? Do you eat Cornish pasties? I love Cornish pasties. They're very similar to empanadas in Argentina. And it was the closest thing I could get to homely food. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and eventually do like a clover design, like beef vindaloo, and bring it up. I don't like it going straight up. So that will be for another video once I work out how to do that separately. Now, Nicolette, a single pillar halfway along the ramp, you could use it as a joint for the tracks. Yeah, we could have just done it about just here. But I think it's going to look better if we have it kind of as an open clover style. Where were we? Oh yeah, back to here for now. Sorry, Casper. I understand you hate this, but it needs to be done. Kind of going for a similar feel to how you build a castle. So you have the outer walls, and then you have the, well, you have the curtain walls, and then you have the outer curtain walls, and then you have also the inner keep. It's only just occurred to me. Ken Soup, welcome, man. It would be cool if they added train lifts. Yeah, that would be interesting. See how they implement that, like train roundabouts where they stick them on and then they turn around. That would be cool. You'd have to have it so that they could fit a minimum of 3 trailers, like 1 locomotive and 2 trailers minimum there. Because otherwise I won't be able to use the push-pull service that we first put out and generally use most of the time. What are your plans for the floor? So we will, all around the factory, have a single foundation keeping in line with this and in line with these, just against the border. And then the rest we will do something like this, where on top of the initial kind of supporting layer, in fact that's a good way to make it. Have these as supporting beams for the factory. That would make it look slightly more realistic as well. Maybe using the thin one. Let's just see. Let's just give it a go and see what happens here. So we have something like this, and then we'll also use spines. Like so, and then on top we will actually have, where is it? probably do something like this. And then, depending on how it looks underneath. Could work. And then it also kind of keeps in line, like with the theme of the circle builds. You have them branching out, supporting, but the actual factory is straight. I think that would look pretty cool. What do you guys think? I'll leave it there for now. Rene, welcome. Hello from Germany. Hallo, guten Tag. Sorry, my German's horrendous, but welcome. Glad to have you here, man. Oh wait, yes, Taoist Dragon. Anything that I might second guess to eat is jellied eel. Hey, don't knock the jellied eel. To be fair, I don't think jellied eel would be quite nice, but we do have jellied eel. It's one of the specialities of Lincoln. They're very rare because they were used, like farmed almost to extinction. But they've started controlling it and bringing back that to the Lincolnshire waterways. It's actually pretty good. Surprisingly. It's like, where was I? I was in, was it the Netherlands? And I had their national dish, which is like mackerel in a bun. And it's actually really good. Ozil HD, hello, welcome from Switzerland. Welcome, glad you could join us. We're just planning how we're going to be building our mega factory. We'll probably repeat this in the vanilla mode at some point. We're just planning it all out now in the creative, with the creative PAK mod. I was gonna do this. Maybe we'll leave it until later. No, let's do it now. That's all. Hey, said my name, of course. We try, well, it's a community here. We try and make sure everyone feels welcome. Try to keep up all the time with chat. Can't always say I do, but I do try. It's going to be... Is this going to be bigger than Kibitz's base? Possibly. Maybe. Eventually. But we've still got a long way to go for that. So don't hold your breath. I'm not going to say it will be. And he did it all in vanilla, didn't he? So I wouldn't be fair. Like, I wouldn't put my build up against his unless I actually redid it in vanilla. Mikas, welcome, man. They really need to add triangles. They'll get there eventually. If not, I will pester them with these circle builds on their screenshots and the live screens until they add them. The live streams. We're like, add them! Add them! We need different angular structures. Kibitz can't stand circular builds like this, which I find hilarious. I'm here to annoy people more than anything else. Kansu, oh wait, I just read that. Kansu, I think he used area action mods, but don't quote me on that. That might make sense. I've heard him reference it a few times, but I don't know whether he used that for the full build or just for like his tutorials. Don't blame him for it though. That's a lot of foundations to put down. Oh no. Gonna have to redo the pipes. It's not gonna let me. Damn it. Oh well. Really, I need to actually have these on the same level. That's an... I wonder, actually, thinking about it, whether I can actually do that. If we had... Let me delete this. So we can pipes actually lift them up one. So maybe if we... Oh no, that didn't go how I planned it. We just do it like this. Have it all on this level. That will take ages in vanilla. Yes, it most certainly will. But you know what? It's a challenge we might be up for. I mean, if we do use it in vanilla, it will be really impressive. So I mean, we may well do it. It's just going to take us a while to get there. Stephen Knight, hey Total, how's it going, mate? Yeah, it's going well, thank you. Just getting on with this factory. Hopefully it won't be a disaster in the long run. We'll see. But no, I'm good, thanks. Working on this. Slowly but surely it's getting there. Okay, that. I have no doubt later on I'll be repeating this process again. Pipes, where are you? That was much further than I thought it was. Oh, we can build that, right? Okay, so it would make sense to cover this first. If it allows me. Come on. Come on! Ah, so close. Where is it? Where is the hip? Come on. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Dow! Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Pepsi or Coke? Good question. I'll be interested. Oh, it is still working. I was told the alert boxes weren't.
Pepsi or Coke?
Concerned. Depends. I'm pretty much purely a Coke lover. But when I was in South America, I ended up drinking a lot more Pepsi. But that being said, I don't drink fizzy drinks when I'm in the UK. It's very rare for me. I'm too terrified of having to go to the dentist, if I'm honest. Dr. Pepper, nope, can't stand that stuff. Ugh, not for me. Miki. He's from the UK. He drinks tea. He does. He drinks more coffee there at the moment. I have a cup of tea currently every Sunday. And then, other than that... That's odd. Yeah, it's fine. Other than that, I will have a tea maybe once or twice a week. But at the moment, I'm big on my coffee. And then I'll go through kind of seasons. Like after 2-3 months, you'll see me just go off coffee altogether, and I will suddenly start drinking a lot of tea. Right, they are on the bottom one. What about San Pellegrino? I've not had that. I don't know what that is. Good evening, Tom Witches. Welcome, man. Glad you could join us. We're just working on a potential Mega-Base design. I'm not sure how it's going to go yet, but hopefully it will turn into something. Wait, did we just... That just...
3 minutes for brewing tea.
Yep. 3 minutes at about 80 degrees. You don't want it any hotter than that? But thank you very much, man. Too kind of you for the super chat tip. I very much appreciate it, man. Right, that's gonna go there. I'll try this again. I think I'm not going to redo that pipe section again that we've just done. Not just yet, but eventually we will get back to it because I think this is going to look better. Ozil HD, some like it, some don't. Yeah, looks awesome. It's getting there, slowly but surely. It's going to be interesting seeing how it functions as a mega base. We're building the outside walls now so that we can house everything and we know what our limits are. But I'll get there. Are these windows, or did I just place... Yes. They are windows. Concussing myself against them. But eventually we'll get to a point where we start building everything inside. And make myself cry even more. Right, so this is the top level. Oh, they're at the same level. Fantastic. Gabe Busto5, do you have a how to mod in Satisfactory? Yes, there is a how to install mods in that's been updated recently. It's the SML version. It's really easy, but unfortunately with Steam just being released, I'm now not able to use mods when it comes to the early access mode on Epic or Steam. You can add them, but it's very difficult, and I'd rather just wait to cover that when it comes out to the SML. But you can do it on the Epic's experimental still. Right, where were we with this one? I've got a feeling we've picked the wrong... Was it there? And then maybe... There? I'm not sure. Really not sure with that one. I think we might have got that off. Yeah. Ah. No. Ken Soup is like a fancy fizzy orange. It also comes in blood orange and lemon. Oh, San Pellegrino. Spelled San Pellegrino. Yes, San Pellegrino. I have that when I'm at the restaurant that I used to work at. Took me a while then. Right, so these are on the wrong... Yeah, that's why. If I delete this, lift this one up. Ooh. Mikas, you know, Total, for builds like this, that one mod that has the different sized walls would be uber useful. Yes, more mods. It would. Most certainly would. But you know what? I like making life difficult for myself. What are you going to do about it? No, we were talking about it earlier. It would be useful, especially for the just top heading. But it'll still be slightly off because the circles aren't It's the circles that are off. They're not perfect, unfortunately. I think it's there. Have we got it right this time? That's the question. Possibly. I'm going to leave that one up there just in case. My computer is literally screaming at me. I think that is... It's odd that that one came up but that one didn't. But I think that's good enough. And then just delete those. Yeah. Next. Could you fill that gap without worrying about... oh, wait. It's still... There will be a problem. I mean, I could stick one through here like a wall, but... Oh, are you talking about the wall mod? I haven't used that yet. Yeah, we're going to have to come back to it eventually anyway. That might be the solution. Ozil, are you planning to make big storage system in the middle and just have producing stuff and drive it with trains? Yep, to a certain extent. We already have this storage system here, which is going to be for like my personal artifacts that I need, personal items. Then we'll probably have another one here, or maybe, I don't know, maybe that side. It depends how we end up building it, but that is the plan, most certainly. Will that game ever appear on Mac? I would love to be more, love it even more if it was. I don't know about that one. They've obviously mentioned consoles, but they haven't mentioned on Mac. So I have no idea in regards to that. Kai Kilua, welcome man. Glad you could join us today. I've loaded mods into Steam EA. It's possible, just somewhat complicated since the guides are all out of date. However, if you manually loaded mods into Epics, yeah, exactly. You have to manually load them, which is a bit of a pain, and which is why I'm not doing it. I could cover it, but I think that the SML will only take a couple of weeks to come through. Maybe even less time than that, so there's not much point me covering it. Maybe there is. Maybe I'll look into it tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. Yeah, we're going to do a video tonight, just giving people an introduction to load balancing. And then we've got loads of other guides to do, but maybe that one would be worth going into, with it still being early Steam launch. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really want to go into my game files, but I could do it for maybe just PAK Utility, which would be worth it. Message retracted. Did you just remove that, or did you write that? I'm assuming because it's grayed out, it's actually retracted. This game on the Switch would be pretty cool. I'm hoping to be able to stick it on my HTC Vive for like a special 10,000 subscriber special, but I need to have enough space, so we're going to need to stick that in the office once we get that sorted, which will be in a couple of weeks time. So the 10,000 sub special might be slightly separate to 10,000 subs. Dear 157, hi man, welcome to the stream, welcome to the community. How are you doing today? Stephen Knight, SML, Satisfactory Mod Loader, yes. They're hoping to bring it. Oh guys, on the SML forum, say a few days for Steam release. Fantastic, I knew they were working on it, and I didn't think it would take them long, but I didn't know the exact time, so that's really helpful. Thank you for posting that in chat, appreciate that. So there you are guys, it doesn't make sense for me really to cover how to manually install the mods. You can get the 10k, that is a good goal. You're near at 10k. Yes, we've. It's surprising. I thought we might hit 10k at the end of this month, and we're into the second week, and we've almost hit the 10,000 goal. So fingers crossed. I mean, we might be able to hit it by the end of tonight if we're lucky. Who knows? Or if not, it will probably be tomorrow. But I'm very grateful for all the support you guys have given over the past, well, for those of you who have been here since the start of the channel 5 years ago, as of next month, thank you so much. And everyone who's joined along the way and supported the channel's growth and the community that we're developing, thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Only 60 more. Why is the button not the so we're not getting any subscriber notifications anymore, which is odd, and we're not getting any well, we're not getting the alerts, and we're not getting an update to the goal. Why is that? I think that must be something to do with Streamlabs not getting anything. Sorry if I've... In fact, let me just go over to Streamlabs and see if anyone's recently... Corey, Reed, DeWitts, Go Hard. Thank you so much for the subscribes, greatly appreciate it. I remember seeing Spanky, the crazy Canuck, but the others I wasn't aware of. Odd, it's just stopped working. But thanks, guys. You get a silver play button with 10k. No, silver is my goal, my life goal, which would be 100,000 to actually get recognized by YouTube would be crazy. But you never know, maybe we'll get there. Kibitz has recently got there, but his channel's been running a bit longer. Well, not longer, but he had a bit of a head start because he already had a bigger following when this game was first released. Mr. Yeah, just one. What's that little number can make? One day. We'll see if we can get there. Do you have some kind of statistics where you see the rising of your subs? If you go back into your YouTube studio, you can see how many subs you have. I can't see the exact number right now unless I go back into that, which will be... I can do it here actually. Yep, so it says to me that I've got 9,949 subs in total. And then you get a slightly randomized number at a different time. Still, that's amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. I think you see the rounded to the 10, the lowest rounded down. Oh, we don't want that. Nope. Oh, I went too far. Is that right? Oh, it is. Okay, we'll just cover that one in. Andra Bellic, welcome. What's your favorite mod? Depends. If it's in terms of to helping me as a content creator, it's without doubt this one, PAK Utility. It helps me so much in terms of the camera views that you see in the guides. I mean, you'll quite often, if I just drop down and go back up, you'll quite often see me doing like glide panning shots like this, or down, or this in a slow motion, and it's just so much easier for me recording. Before, when we first started the game, I was jumping onto building a conveyor, standing on it, getting myself into the right position, start recording, and then trying to make it work. But this is just so useful for me. And then also the fact that I can build creatively, it helps so much. But if it's in terms of mods that add playability that I'd recommend for anyone playing the game, it would have to be something like refined farming, two different ones there. Refined power mod. They've set the standards in terms of gameplay playability. I would recommend more mod if you want more customization options, but there's still like hitbox issues that are slightly annoying at times. And I mean, you'll get that with any mod, but the playability aspect for refined power is ridiculous, and I think all mods should kind of try and aim for that kind of standard of mod for this game. Logan Lauder, do you know any news of dedicated servers? No more than you guys. So dedicated servers they're now currently working on again. They had put it to one side while they were developing the Steam version of the game. But now that they've done that, they'll be working on it again. And as soon as they do release dedicated servers, I'm going to look into sorting out our own servers for the channel. And anyone in the community who wants to have a place to play the game will have here. I'm not sure how we're going to implement it. That's something that I need to work on, but I won't know until they've released some more information as to how we'll be able to implement it on our channel. Ken Soup, when you do get your Vive set up, you should get the Vivecraft mod for my MC Java. Is that Minecraft Java? What does it do? I'm not quite sure. It's all technical to me. And those who know me, no, I'm not technical. Struggle with anything. You're planning to make a party at your home when you hit 10k mark? I haven't planned on, no, but we will do like a special kind of event to say hi to, like, do a live stream or something. Not quite sure to what extent just yet, but that is the plan. And it might be a few weeks late because I actually want to not worry about that until I move all the stuff into the study, which I'm taking over. Oh, getting there slowly but surely, guys. Devorah's Windcatcher, good evening. How you doing, man? Glad you could join us today. Wait, I'm thinking about picking up the game on Steam, but I can get it for £10 cheaper on Epic. Do you know any benefits on getting it over on Steam over Epic? Some people just don't like Epic. They don't like the potential data loss and privacy issues, but my argument to that is that happens with everything. If you're on Windows, you're going to have people spying on you using bots. You can't help it. I'm happy with Epic. Some people don't like the launcher on Epic, but if you want to support the developers more, go with Epic. They get 30%. The developers take 15% on Epic, whereas on Steam they take 30%. That's why Satisfactory went with Epic originally for the pre-release. Also, it sounds a bit bad to me saying this, but with Epic, they do treat their content creators better in that they reward them for bringing new players to the community. So if you do get a game on Epic, anyone, and you put in my code, my newly released creator code, TotalXclipse, I'll get a little kickback from the game. So it might be something like a couple of dollars, but it obviously goes a long way for my channel, which is why I'd recommend that. But you do not have to, do not feel you have to. I'd just recommend Epic overall for their support for the community, for the developers, just in general. But I don't have any other argument. I mean, you're probably better going off to people who actually hate Epic. A lot of people have issues with the launcher, but I can't say I've had any particular issues with them. Oh yeah, I want to get that there. I hope that helps you out. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful in regards to that. Ozil HD, why don't you customize your hotbar? You could just put both walls so you don't need to go back and pick it. Yeah, but it's only like a quick, like, there, done. It's not like a big thing. It's just more of an effort for me to actually cycle through one time to actually get the walls in position. It's really, really lazy of me, I know. And anyway, we're at a point where we're not using them. that was the last bunch of windows. I'm sorry, I have to knew about that code. I would have put it in if I knew about it. Don't worry. Like, it's just an added bonus. For me, it's not anything that you should worry about. I just definitely appreciate it. Ooh, what was that? We haven't heard a notification in a while. Are the notifications working again? Thank you very much, Ethan Price, for the subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the community. Thank you for jumping in and chatting. It's always a pleasure to have someone else to chat to. But welcome. Am I stoned? Jeez. I thought 20 to 30% was the amount the distributor got, not the creator. So Steam take 30% from the devs selling the game. Epic take 15%. The creator only gets something like a few dollars, or it might even be something like 5%. But obviously, every little helps for everyone. I'm literally new to the creator side of thing from Epic. They confirmed that I had it about a year ago, and then said, "We're changing the system. When it gets updated, we'll let you know." And they never let me know, so I assumed I didn't have it, but I had. And so only about 2 weeks ago did I receive a message saying, "You are aware that you're a creator, and we haven't yet received a confirmation code on your YouTube." And so from there I put it, but I don't know how it works, like the exact numbers. Ethan Price, okay, thank you. Do you have that code or link so I can support you? It's in the description, I do believe. Let me just check. Or not. It is not in the description. Why not? 1 second. Let me just go over to a different video. But it's, I believe, just my name with capital in caps letters. Yeah. I'll place that just in the chat for you, just so that you can see. That is the creator code, so it's just my name capital. But that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. But do your research first. Check whether it steams more for you. Because the last thing I want you to do is to go over to Epic and then decide that actually you prefer Steam. Nakila Toto kind of said it wrong way round. Epic take 15% and Steam take 30%. Yes, yeah. My bad. I want some cottage pie. Oh, don't. I love cottage pie. Doesn't take me much. I love all food. Right, so if this is the... Ooh. First floor. I'm not worried about space. Obviously, you could... This is quite a lot of space. You could build with it much tighter. In fact... oh, wait, it might be this game, actually. I think it is. Yep. Over here, we have... one of the recent videos that I was doing where I was showing how you can get away with building without using pumps. You don't need to. It's kind of an exploit, kind of not. I'm not sure. But I was working on an idea for the 5x5 when I redo it. 5x5 challenge, everything has to be built within a 5x5 grid. So if we go down here, you can see this is the max space you're allowed in the 5x5 challenge. And you have to just build on top and top. But you can... Where was I going with this? With this you can build much more tighter and compact using the D-walls and doubling up. And obviously we've managed to get like a ridiculous amount of constructors in such a small space. 4, 8... Wait, is that 4? Yeah, 4, 11 in the 5x5 space. And then we've literally... you can hardly see. Everything is crammed using the elevators. Gonna have fun trying to implement that in the 5x5 challenge on Twitch tomorrow. When you see a user creator code on Epic, a creator gets like 10% of the said game. Yeah. Or I don't know if it's the game or 10% of how much you pay for it. If it's on sale, you get less. But it certainly helps. We're talking food again. We always talk food. That's the only thing common with the streams, apparently. Actually, what I do need to do is kind of go over all of this. If we do it with these. Sorry, the long and boring parts of the stream. In fact, the whole stream has been pretty boring in terms of content that I'm doing. Sorry about that, guys. Normally we do try and do a bit more, but it's one of those things I'm working on at the moment. Yeah. Back over to chat. Steam may be able to roll back updates like Update 4 back to 3 when it releases via the beta tab. Oh yeah, that's a good point. But I don't know if they'll be using that or not. Because that's essentially experimental build. In fact, that's probably how they're implementing experimental for the Steam version. I haven't looked into it yet. Did we build under there? Man, gotta go. Have fun watching. Thanks, man. I hope you have a good evening. Thank you very much for chatting and joining in stream. Really do appreciate it, man. Have a fantastic evening, and hopefully we'll see you next time. And nice morning, evening, good afternoon, good night. The lot. I always struggle with that myself. Darius Dragon, oh my god, my grandma just bought me some shepherd's pie. You're so lucky. Sounds like you have a perfect grandma there. You want and you shall have. think we might go down at this point. Just to give it a bit of difference. Keep it, like, interesting. My spelling is affected. Well, it's 7 a.m. Goodness me, that is early. I wouldn't be up that early. What are you doing up that time? That's the time I normally go to bed. Devora's Windcatcher. TotalXclipse, do you have a concept in mind when you're going to, where you're going to build with this build, or are you just building it? At the moment, with this, I'm just building as I go. But eventually, I think we will actually go over to this lovely little spot. Oh wait, I was already fast. Fly, insane, isn't it? Ugh. I'm thinking over here. And then to do something in with this. Maybe have it look a bit like a dam at the top. And then have the factory on top. I think that would look sweet. I think that would be sweet ass. But we'll see. If not, we'll probably return back to on top of this area. I love this area. It's just something very beautiful about waterfalls. Oh, I wonder if we can still get into the map. They haven't patched it. They haven't patched it. We could build underground again. So let's just... I thought they must have done it by now. We could build like a full-on underground factory. Wrong area. Let's go back over this way. There we are. That would be pretty cool. Oh goodness me, well, I'm getting behind on the chat, so I'm going to spend 30 seconds just going through that. I'm good for food now. Just had my Sainsbury's delivery. Oh, very nice. Jobber Williams, so what's the difference between shepherd's pie and cottage pie? Shepherd's pie is done with lamb. Cottage pie is done with beef. Quick and easy one there. The Wishful Prince, welcome man. Devora's Windcatcher, with the amount of circles he's making, I hope so. Yeah, no, I'd like to do it over there. Although we could, well, I think these trees are, I was going to say we're flying really slow. The other option would be to do it over here, because this is a really cool looking part of the map. But the trees are just too big, and you can't take them down, so... No, I think we'd have to do it over on the other side. And do it vanilla? That's going to kill me. I might make a death compilation for you guys, because we're going to do it probably time-lapse over a series of episodes. And then we will also do a tutorial series on it as well. Taoist Dragon, yeah, my grandfather is English. Well, she's from the UK, somewhere near the Doctor Who filming location. Oh, the Doctor Who filming location. Well, that depends because they change it all the time. Sometimes they do quite a lot of it over in Wales. Then there's bits in wow, they do it everywhere. I know they have one of their bases in Wales there, and they might have one just in the north of London, where I did some film work a couple of years back. The Wishful Prince, Jabba Williams, Google says they may be the same. Nope. Misconception. It's all about the meat that you're using. We're going to delete that. We're going to bring this possibly down and... Actually, we could just build this up. This is where it gets interesting. No, we're going to build these downwards, I think. We're going to have to go under. Oh, this is bad. That's the set. Oh, I have no idea where I am. Okay, I think it's over here. Oh no, this isn't gonna work, is it? Okay, scrap that. I think what we will do here is remove this part of the circle. The only issue is if I'm doing that, it's going to cause some issues later on. So what I'm gonna do right now actually is put a foundation. One of these just at the top. Let's see if we can just grab a big foundation so that if we need to go back on it at any point, we can. Because otherwise we may have some problems arise. It's typical, isn't it? 211. Oh, 3. Oops. Can Soup, do you watch Doctor? Sorry, oh, I'm going back. Oh, I'm missing it all. I always thought shepherd's pie was made from lamb and cottage pie was made from bricks. Fair enough, man. Ken Soup. By the way, Vivecraft lets you play Minecraft in full VR with motion controls, and you can just use it with shaders and other mods. Works like with multiplayer. That's awesome. Through motion, perhaps we can. Perhaps if we're lucky, that will work for Satisfactory. Because I hate having to click where you're moving to. I might have to find a controller to play with otherwise. Do you remember back in update 1 where people would build fantastic bases by that waterfall? Were you talking about my base? Oh wait, you're meaning the big waterfall. Yep, I do. There were a few really interesting ones. There were a lot that were a bit just meh for me. Like a lot of them had like big blocky factories, which I mean they're working with what they've got, but I would have liked to have seen more. Do I watch the Doctor Who? Yes. Well, I haven't watched the new series because I went off to South America, and so I missed out. I watched like the first few episodes with the new female Doctor, and then I missed it. In fact, I think I watched the whole of that series, but not the recent one. I enjoy it. It's something that I can sit back and chill to. But I used to be, as a kid, terrified of the Daleks. I remember having nightmares and hiding behind a settee, watching it with Tom... one of the Doctors, I can't remember. My favourite would have to be David Tennant. He's my generation Doctor. So, yeah. Soft spot in my heart for him. But I think they all bring something to it. Oh no. Well, we can't have that, can we? Will it allow us to do the smaller one on top? I think so. Just, yeah. As long as it's not cutting through. Okay, I'm off to play now. Have fun all. No worries. Enjoy. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you have a good evening, man. We'll see you next time. Dallas Dragon, but I mean the current Doctor is great. She is playing her role well. Yep, and I think she has, like, with her, like she's following on from a full male history. Like, it's very hard to live up to what's been set, and a lot of people were just automatically against her because of it. but I think she's done very well with her portrayal, considering. And she's a northerner, so gotta love that. Kind of want a in real life TARDIS. Ashida, I don't know if Ashida's still in, but was working on the mod for the TARDIS in Satisfactory, which no doubt we'll check out at some stage. TotalXclipse, I figured there'd be some difference. Cultural names usually signify something. Thanks for the clarification. No worries. No worries at all. Tom Baker, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, David is good. I like Tom Baker. Yep. I think he did a good job as well. Cool, Sav, I'm back. Welcome back, man. Glad you could join us once again. Hope you're having a good day. Dallas Dragon, to be fair, I was against Matt Smith when he came to be the new Dogs. Yeah, I was as well. And I thought he did an exceptional job with it as well. Oh, I didn't need to go this far. Although that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Maybe we'll keep them as placeholders. We'll see. I always get worried about deleting things. How will this look? Just thinking whether... Let's scale this over. Endless Journey. Are you going to cover how to use mods for Steams when the mod? Yes, we will do. I've done the Epic Games mod coverage, and we will go over to do Steam as well, and then they'll both be in separate guides on our website as well. I've already written up the Epic Games one just for the ease of use for everybody. Oh, so close. We might have to put... it's not too noticeable, I guess. Let's stick it there, actually. Thank you so much for the... I think that's a subscribe. Just wait for it to pop up on screen. White Oza, so welcome to the community. Thank you very much for subscribing. I'm gonna just go over chat again. Bow ties are cool. Yeah, that's true. I want to complete a project. Which project do you want to complete? That is the question. Oh yeah, I forgot we're not. I wish. Because this is going to become Dead Space if I'm not careful, that we could cut off like foundations that clip through the wall and just not show this part. How to do this? Because I want this to be walkable, essentially. come on. I know you can get on top. There we go. The only thing with doing this trick is it's a little bit finicky every now and then to get it back on the right positioning. There we go. I think that's the best we're going to get it, to be honest. That's annoying. I'm going to have to find a way to cover that up. Or the other option. Wait a second. Let's bring this in. Maybe we could do it like... Interesting. I've seen all Doctors from William Hartnell to Jodie Whittaker. Impressive. He did a good job, but I mean, David, yeah. David. Sweet. Fedoras are cool. Who uses fedoras? Can't remember that one. I loved the River Song storyline. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I loved how it all came together at the end. Fish fingers and custard is yummy. Yeah, I'm so tempted to actually have that now. I think what we might have to do is kind of bring it together like this. Oh, we could be asking for trouble here. Really? Okay. This is why you don't do what I've just done. You will never get to the bottom of it. I've also shot myself in the foot. No. Please, Coffee Stain, help me. Release round corners. We could stick that there. Okay, I need to delete that. Right, now that could be worse. Could be... I need to think about this. Not in stream. But who is your favorite Doctor Who companion? Mine is Romandavora Trelunda. She was also a Time Lord. Romana for short. I don't remember her. I might have missed that. I really liked Amy Pond. I actually liked Clara as well. But Amy Pond is probably the one that stuck most to my childhood. I'm just going to cover it like this for now. That looks terrible. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe we'll have that as a no walking area. Kenzie, I thought the Master was pretty cool when she was... Yeah, I agree with that one. I love Rose Tyler. Yeah, good one. Brandon Barnes, welcome. What do you think of the Lost Child storyline? Which one was that one? I'm not sure I remember. Which one was the... It's a good question. I don't know. Mateus, Hannon, David was for me the best until Matt Smith came along. Damn, he had so many mind-blowing epic moments. I think we've been very lucky with the casting. They've done a very good job at casting people that you wouldn't expect. Like taking one Doctor and then casting the opposite way at the end. And well, Amy Pond, yes. I've been up for 16 hours at 7:10 a.m. for me. Goodness me, man. That is late. I think we're going to actually end this probably more or less now. I think. I need to think about what we're going to do at the bottom. It's driving me a little bit insane. But I like the idea of doing this kind of ribbed connection, like spine across the top. Rose for me, definitely. Donna Noble. I stopped liking Clara when she tried to destroy the TARDIS keys. I think I might have missed that episode. Like when I went to South America, I had quite a few gaps. So I went to South America for 2 stints, both. One was for a year and a half. So I missed the end of Matt Smith, like mid to end of his, and then also the newest Doctor. I was thinking about starting to watch it again, but I rarely watch TV because I just end up spending so much time, and obviously at the moment we're focusing on Satisfactory. Rose Tyler, Martha, Sarah, is it Sarah Jane? K9, Clara, and then Miss Longleg Amy. So not just one. The Lost Child was the newest Doctor. Oh, okay, yes, I don't know that one. I haven't watched it. I only watched the very first, I think the first series, or the first 6 episodes. I may be wrong about what it's called. Be right back. Robe Lehan, welcome back, man. Glad you could join us. We are finishing it off, really. In fact, what I will do, just so that people who are jumping in, we'll save it, and then I'll jump to chat, so we can just chat and chill for a little bit before we finish off for the night. But I think we've had a good almost 4 hours. So it's been a good session, so to speak. Jitterbug, I think I missed your subscribe. Thank you very much, man. Greatly appreciate it. There we go. Let's go to chat screen. I'm going to close this. But yeah. Romano was when Tom Baker was Doctor Who. I only saw the end of Tom Baker. I've seen a few episodes from his period, but I haven't watched all of the episodes of any of the previous Doctors, as far as I remember. How does multiplayer work? Multiplayer works on Steam at the moment. If you type in the ID of the map, you can join from there, or if you've got your friends lists joined, depending on what selection you picked, then you should be able to join. I'm having issues. That's a good point. I might not be able to do the Fan Factory Friday, the multiplayer stream on Saturday, because I haven't been able to get in a multiplayer game since Steam. But I'll see if that's just me and my system or what. Who knows? But basically, you have the game ID, you copy that and make sure that you and your friend are both set to friend invites, not private. And then you can enter that and then join the game, and it should let you go straight to the game. Romana. One of them was played by Mary Tam, and then Layla, is that Lala Ward, after she regenerated. Yeah, interesting. I'd be interesting to see how that she, as a Time Lord, worked alongside the Doctor. How would servers work? Surely resources would run out. I have no idea. Until they release more information on it, I can't really comment on that. But we'd, depending on how many people we can get into the game, the idea is that we pay for a selection of servers with the money we raise through the community and through the YouTube advertising that we run. And from there we could say run, if it's only 6 people that are allowed in game or 4 people, we'll lend them, so to speak, the server for a month or a month and a half or 2 months, and then at the end of the period we'll take it back and then reset it for another group of people to go in. Or if they still really want to play on it and they're playing on that server, they can pay the expense that it is to run that server, and they will keep it. I think that's how we're going to do, and then how we're going to do it. And then we'll also have servers specifically for people that support monthly through like the subscription base over on Twitch, as a thank you to them. And we'll also have a community server as well for like fun games to play, the maze, things like that as well, which is open to everyone. Captain Jack was funny, Torchwood was weird. Yep, that's true. I really enjoyed, I loved Captain Jack. I thought he was a fantastic role. I think the Torchwood series kind of tried to be a bit more serious, and I didn't think that worked, but I liked it nonetheless. Will there be a server where people can play with you? Yeah, we'll have like the multiplayer game that will become a server for everyone. I'll probably jump into servers every now and then rather than have a single server that I'm always on. I might launch my save onto a server so that anyone can run around and play around with it. I don't know. Don't know enough about how servers will work just yet for that. Gustavo, it's been really fun and educational, sir. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much, man. I hope you have a good evening or afternoon or day, wherever you are. But I really have appreciated it. Love chilling and chatting with you guys and having a work around with the stuff that we develop in Stream. I'm interested to see how my actual factory progresses. I may hate myself for the circles, as some of you have mentioned prior. Don't forget, Torchwood is an anagram, yes, for... what was it? Oh yeah, Doctor Who. All I was thinking was Bad Wolf, because they had the Bad Wolf acronym anagram in various series as well, and I was like, Bad Wolf does not go into Torchwood. Doctor Who. All right, well, I'm going to bed. Fair enough. It is really early for you. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good evening. We are going to actually end it there. For everyone, so thank you so much everyone for joining in and taking part. All the support from everyone, really have loved it. I'll have more videos. I'll have a guide up for you tomorrow. We might get another video up on Friday. If not, we are going to be streaming on Twitch for the rest of the week, not on this game but on the 5x5 and hopefully the multiplayer save. But until next time, guys, I always love chilling with YouTubers in a stream, just vibing. I appreciate everything you do, Total. I love your content. Thank you very much, Maya. Really do appreciate it. Very kind of you. Thank you, everyone. Yes, we are going to leave it there before I get dragged into another conversation, which I won't be able to leave. But thank you, guys. Have a fantastic evening. I'm going to go to the studio so I remember that I actually have to end stream and then go over and press end. Obviously, if you do enjoy the stream, please drop a thumbs up. And if you want to see more and haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, guys, until next time, as always, ciao for now.